All right, everybody's ready. We'll go ahead and begin with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dan Pillow,
Here.
Melinda Auel, here. Kathy Byess,
Here.
Ann Pillow,
Here.
Al Glick,
Here.
Pam Jackson.
Here. Okay, whenever you're ready, we'll start with clerk's report.
Right. We received the minutes from the March 2nd meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from March 2nd.
No second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And you received pay ordinance 3D. This was for bi-weekly payroll, which was dispersed on March the 6th. From the general fund, $2,242.04. From the water fund, $979.69 for a combined total of $3,213.79.
Make a motion to D3 2026.
I'll second it.
Motion by Al Glick, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion?
I just had a question about Tony's sick leave. How much more time does he have? Because it seems like every time payroll comes around, he's got more and more sick leave on there.
Well, for this particular pay period, he did have sick leave, but there's almost a negative balance, almost. Off the top of my head, Kathy, I can't give you a number,
Okay,
but
okay. I was just asking.
Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have
I didn't do that one.
pay ordinance 3E. This is for monthly salaries dispersed from the general fund. $7,200 from the water fund, $1,258.82 for a combined total of $8,458.82.
Make a motion to approve ordinance number 2026 3E.
I'll second.
Motion by Ann Pillow, second by Al Glick. Is there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy
Yay.
Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And you received 3F. This is for accounts payable. From the general fund, $2,430.91. From the street construction, maintenance, and repair fund, $97.32. From the water fund, $860.83 for a combined total of $3,389.06.
I'll make a motion to approve 3F.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you received a copy of the Addyston Board of Public Affairs, February 9th minutes and expenditure report.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes and expenditure report from the water board.
I'll second. Sorry, I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Dan Pillow. Is there any discussion?
I have a question. On the delinquent accounts, how will they ever be paid in full?
People have to pay it.
Yeah, but we're kind of allowing them, they're getting under the 90-day, and so we're never paying that account off. They're always in arrears.
That's how the rules work. That's set in your ordinances for the 90 days.
And are we charging late fees or anything it doesn't look to be? I mean, I know that you're just filling in the spot. I'm not putting this all on you.
Yeah, I'm still,
I know you're not the one.
I know there's late fees that's been charged, okay? There is in the accounts. If you go to the accounts and look through histories, there is late fees that's been charged. A lot of people get in here before the shut off and they make that minimum payment. But then by the next month, they're back into that 90 days. It's like a revolving door.
Right, but the minimum payment is not addressing the situation, it's only addressing the 90-day.
Uh-huh.
And if you read this ordinance, I don't know if there's anything newer than this. I mean, they should be getting a late fee. I mean, every time, because it's not paid in full. If that's the case, then laws and contract really needs to look at this, because I don't know what we're following, but it doesn't seem to be.
I think there's a way to set it up in the system that it happens automatically, but I'd still have to look at that. Like, I think it happens when it hits that point automatically.
Right, because we need to clear all this out. I mean, we're talking quite a bit of money here, once we haven't approved it yet. That's what I don't really say, but it's like,
I think it's
it just keeps going on and on and on.
Well,
it
yeah.
was
It's
49.
never zero.
Like, if you're looking at the 90-day totals, really that's what it is, because the balance in total is also considering the current amount, which is not delinquent. So your 90 days last month, around 4,900, and I think it's down to 45, but still, yeah, it needs to be all paid off.
Yeah, there's gotta be a way, because we're gonna be stuck with this. When we go to Cleves, do you really think somebody, if they can't pay this now, they're gonna be paying both of us? I don't see that. I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
And what if we all decide to not pay our bill for 60 days?
That's right.
How are we
Well,
gonna?
I mean, I would definitely like to see it not go the 90 days so we can tighten it up.
I think it needs to go to laws and contracts, because I have
That's
looked at
kind of
that.
what I mean,
Yeah, this is just, it just seems like we're not getting anywhere. It looks, it's
It's
a lot of the same people. It's a lot of the same people also.
Well, yeah, it probably does. Like I said, there's things that it calculates automatically into the cost.
Do you want to meet with them, Al, you're the water liaison, or do you just want to go straight to laws and contracts?
I mean, I can meet with them, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I mean the committee,
Yeah.
and see if we come up with a solution.
Just
Gotta get
change
it.
that
Something,
ordinance.
Change.
something's got to be
Right,
done.
because, you know, and regardless, I mean, the water, yeah, that's ours, but when you're talking about the, our sewer, we have to pay that bill. We can't say, okay, we got 30 people that hasn't paid their water bill, so village, you're gonna pay it. And we have to pay it, because it's a lump sum, it's not an individual thing that we pay
I
to.
mean, there's a lot of them on there, it's $300 and $400, $500 behind.
When do they meet again?
Next month?
Next
They just met.
Next month.
Yeah, they just met on Monday.
But I mean, it's just, it just seems like every time it may be different days, but it's the same old story.
Yeah, I looked at that, you're right.
You know, we all struggle. I mean,
Contracts.
we've all been there, I'm sure, a time or two.
So, I mean, it could still go to laws and contracts. I mean, if you're gonna probably have to have another meeting because of the ordinances anyway, I'm guessing.
Right. But yeah,
Doesn't matter.
And then,
that's fine. That's my only question. Just doesn't seem to go anywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, it just keeps
I mean,
rolling over and rolling over and rolling over and they
as
ain't
soon
getting
as they're
paid.
done discussing.
because it's, yeah, just,
Yeah.
we're talking every time we get it's it's over 10,000, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's unacceptable. I mean, we're struggling, and we haven't got anybody. Well, some people, not everybody, not paying the bills.
Well, they've got notices out already. I sent those out last week.
And then they'll come and pay their 1 month, be into the 60 days, and here we go again the next 30 days. They'll
I
be
mean,
back
if you
again.
want me to require the full amount due, I just need the ordinance to say that.
We need to really look at this.
And then it's game on.
Yeah. So,
All right.
Mindy, we're gonna, I guess, take it to laws and contracts. Your room.
That's certainly think the board should be involved.
Yeah,
They should be
Well,
involved.
then I
or
guess
go
we,
to the next
Whatever
meeting out and ask them to
discussion
do that.
so then we probably need a special meeting with the water board if we're all gonna be there. We're talking 2 groups and then the board,
I would agree with that.
just to discuss this.
That way we can get something done with laws and contracts to put it in there, say 60 days.
I think really they would just need to vote on it. And have Chris write up the wording to make that happen. I mean,
I'm sorry, I missed, make what happened?
to make that, to lower that 90 days that it's due, you know, the full amount due if it hits a certain date, or however you guys wanna lay that out.
Yeah, I think that one of the groups needs to sit down with the board. We can ask the board to come in, there's only 3 of them, have a meeting, and discuss what we're trying to accomplish with them.
Yeah.
They're kind of ultimately responsible for at least setting some rules to send to us, and we okay them and send them back. They do have some say, I would think.
Yep. Anything else?
No, I'm just trying to get my voice back.
Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay?
Mindy Auel, Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick, Pam Jackson.
Yay.
The other thing I have for you is March 10th, this is from the State of Ohio Department of Commerce in regards to the liquor division, that there are all Class C and D retail permits for the sale of alcohol beverages in our political subdivision will expire on June 1st, 2026. Every retail permit holder must file a timely online application. I guess the renewal, I wanted to make you aware of this, and it does give a website information where I can go and look and see who all of them are.
What's the date that it expires?
June 1st.
Can't be done by
It's
then.
gotta be postmarked no later than May 4th if we're going to do a resolution or whatever. And I'll look a little bit more into it, because I just received this today, and then I can share it with the solicitor and see what we need to do. Okay. Just making sure.
No, it's fine. I'm like patient.
I think that's all I have, Mayor.
Looks like it's sniggling up there. All right, thank you, Margaret.
Almost not available.
Had to take one and pass it
All
down.
right. Well, I don't really have, well, no, I do have one thing,
Take one and pass it down.
a couple things, actually. One of the things I wanted to mention to council, there's been a change with the, how the water meters were being purchased separately. EPA took the meters and threw it right in with the entire project, so now it's within all that project cost, so that dramatically changes the outcome of that. So I just wanna give you a heads up, I don't know exactly the deeds, but, it got thrown into the forgivable loan grant with the rest of the project. So, that's good news.
Yes, it is good news.
That's
Yeah, so they threw it in with the entire project, so all that's been thrown in with it. The other thing, really quick, Mike was unable to be here. He had to watch his grandson because his son got stuck in Coleraine on a call. The one thing he wanted me to ask council is if we could purchase a Milwaukee cordless grinder. And it's $229. It's something that could be used to sharpen your blades on your mowers and things like that. And one we have looks like it's from the 50s, and it pretty much burned out the last time we was cutting off them posts, metal posts. So we'd really like to have a new one. If we go with Milwaukee, we already have batteries to be interchangeable with that product.
Make a motion that we supply them with the Milwaukee grinder.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Al Glick. Are there any question, discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay?
Mindy Auel, Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Okay. I'll come back to myself later if I have anything else. We'll go ahead and go to Chris, because we have unless there's ordinances in here that need to wait for committees. I don't know what's all in there.
Well, you know, if you want, a couple of these were things that were addressed at the last meeting.
Okay, we'll just
So
do
there are
those.
ordinances, resolutions that were made, but there is another one that was prepared today for expenditures.
Okay, then I'll go to the committee then, right?
Laws and contracts.
Okay. Laws and okay, we'll go with the ones that
Okay, so we have, two of them, and I just wanna be clear on this because my notes when I left here last time was to put together one for the entertainment enterprises company and then one for the Naked Karate Girls.
Yeah,
And so I thought that the one for the girls was $4,900 in my notes, but then I looked at today, because Margret sent me, I guess, a copy of their contract at 47. So,
I got them down a couple $100.
okay, so 47 is what's in this now. So we take that one first. The other one is for the for them to set up, rent us the stage. I guess they take it all down and everything, right?
yeah.
Okay, so the first one is let's see. Okay. It is a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into and administer a contract with the Naked Karate Girls for entertainment at the village's August 2026 function.
I'll make a motion that the rules be suspended, that resolution be read by title only 3 times and declared an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, seconded by Ann Pillow. Are there any discussions? No discussions, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel.
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Auel Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Okay, so first reading, a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into and administer a contract with the quote Naked Karate Girls for entertainment at the village's August 2026 function. Second reading, a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into and administer a contract with the Naked Karate Girls for entertainment at the village's August 2026 function. Third reading, a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into and administer a contract with the Naked Karate Girls for entertainment at the village's August 2026 function.
I'll make a motion to adopt as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, seconded by Auel Glick. Are there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel. Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Auel Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson. This
Yay.
will be number 7.
Okay. Then we have a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into and administer a contract with Entertainment Enterprises for the setup and use of a stage for August 2026 function.
I'll make a motion that the rules be suspended, said resolution be read by 3 times and declared an emergency, excuse me, by title only and declared an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, seconded by Pam Jackson. Are there any discussion?
Yeah, this is still pending, we know that.
Oh, it's
Well-
pending.
And Andy emailed me today and said he looks like he's gonna be able to do it for us. I just didn't hear back from him before I left the office.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel pretty comfortable that he's gonna come through for us.
Yeah, because he said he was gonna try to get us something.
Yeah, even if you went outside of what they had.
Yeah. But like I said, he sent that late this afternoon and that's why I sent this to the solicitor.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't happen, then we won't use it.
Right. I agree.
Any further discussion?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Auel Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
First reading, a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into and administer contract with Entertainment Enterprises for the setup, use of the stage for August 2026 function. Second reading, resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into and administer a contract with Entertainment Enterprises for the setup, use of a stage for August 2026 function. Third reading, a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into and administer a contract with Entertainment Enterprises for the setup, use of the stage for August 2026 function.
I'll make a motion to adopt this web.
Second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Is there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Nixon-Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson. This will
Yay.
be number 8.
So I have two more issues. One is raffling on a bottle of bourbon or something like that. I did some research on it, and we can do that, but we need to keep good records for 3 years, record of every ticket purchased. I would also recommend that person, it should state they have to be present with an ID to claim the prize. But the third thing is, probably, I don't know if it's good or bad for you, but if you have a liquor license, you cannot donate any of the liquor. So I'm gonna donate a bottle of something. So I can buy it from you, but if you have the liquor license, you cannot donate the liquor for the raffle.
To the village.
Right. Okay, so that's in there. A couple other little tweaks in the research I need to finish up on that, but I don't know if you guys are gonna want a resolution or not for that, to run the raffle, but that's the result of my research, so, but you can do it. And then the last thing was the folks with the trailer up by you guys, and I know this has been going on a long time. A lot of people will tell you, well, it's gonna be handled, it's gonna be handled, it's gonna be handled, and I'm gonna apologize to you because this delay over the last couple weeks is on me. I went down with a COVID-like virus of some sort last Friday. Woke up, had my yogurt, my coffee, a bagel. All of a sudden at noon, I felt weird, and I was basically head to the pillow for about 23 and a half hours a day for 4 or 5 days. And kind of back up on my feet at the end of the week, this past week. Got a few things done for this meeting, but I did not get to do anything on it. I feel bad about that, but it has gone on this long. I am gonna be on it. I am.
I just know that there's pins in the ground. There's a steel pin. There's a marking on the concrete down below by the creek. And the pin up front by the sidewalk, it was covered when he did the concrete. So, but
Are you talking about, I'm gonna interrupt you, but are you talking about like permanent surveyor pins?
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody's concreted over the.
What's his name?
Bobby's,
Cyber.
Robbie's dad,
Cyber.
Cyber.
He had it surveyed, and it was like, when it come up, it was like that much dirt in between his property and my concrete. So, you know, it was my property, and he sat there and said, there's no sense in us leaving that little piece of dirt in there. He says, I'll go ahead and pay for the concrete just to come right and butt it into yours. And that's where that guy thinks it, you know, it's all part of his slab. He thinks it's his.
Yeah. So as I said the last meeting, and I don't even know if this was the right time to address this, but it was on my list of
It's
things.
on your list of things.
It's on my list of things. So some of the issues you had, as I said the last time we met, you have property dispute with a neighbor, okay? If he's trying to take some of your property via adverse possession, those types of things, that's, the village can't really, we can sympathize with you, maybe point you in the right direction, but it's not something we can do. As far as any violations, condemnation proceedings, nuisance proceedings, those types of things are what we're gonna be looking into. So you probably don't want to hear that, but what you're talking about there, somebody messing with
Well, I mean, I just don't understand how a man can park his vehicle, he thinks he can park it, even if it was his property, you know, he's got the wheels, you know, just barely right on the line.
Yeah.
Then the trailer hangs over the
Right.
line, and then the pull-outs hang over farther.
You have a private property dispute with your neighbor, what you're describing. And, you know,
Well,
it's,
anything on my side of the property, you know, after a while, I consider it should be mine, you know. So, I mean, if I throw a chain around it and jerk that part down in the backyard,
so I'm not going to give you advice on how to remedy the situation within the private dispute, okay? I'm not really even allowed to do that. But I can tell you, you have a private dispute with some of those issues. And you're gonna have to take that up outside of this meeting.
well, I mean, if I gotta go to other courts,
You do.
I just like to know where I should start.
I don't wanna give you too much legal advice, but you live in Hamilton County. You need to contact Hamilton County if you need a lawyer, somebody who does real estate law. And this is gonna be something that they've seen before, trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this happens all the time. It might cost you a couple of dollars, maybe somebody might even, and I don't know what your financial position is, you could have millions of dollars, you could have tens of dollars, I don't know. But if you can't afford counsel, Legal Aid Cincinnati
Right.
can help. They have actually pretty good lawyers down there.
Right.
They really drive me crazy, because if I'm against them, their opponent doesn't have to pay.
Yeah.
And so it makes it a little harder to settle cases. But they actually have pretty sharp lawyers there. I would talk to them. I would talk to the lawyers referral service down in Hamilton County. They could put you in the right direction, paid or unpaid lawyers. I'm not saying free. But as far as this dispute you have, this is a private dispute. The other issues we're gonna look into, but that type of stuff you need to kind of handle on your own, sadly.
Ken, ain't the trailer a violation to begin with for the village?
Pardon me?
The trailer is the subject of the whole thing, right? So ain't that a violation just for the village, the way it's sitting there? Not counting this property line dispute.
Well, this is what I was just telling them, that I didn't get into.
Oh, okay, I thought maybe we were gonna table it.
I just got some stuff in from Ed
Yeah,
right before the last meeting.
okay.
Then I had this issue, and
But that's what we're focused on.
we're
is
gonna
the
be
village,
focusing on,
the trailer itself.
yes, we're gonna be focusing on any type of violations that the village can do something
Right.
about. Okay?
I just wanna
This,
make sure you.
and it could wrap this type of, it could resolve these issues.
The other issues
be-
we resolved. in the trailer.
Because in having to deal with the village, maybe that just.
I just wanna make sure you don't think it's dead because he's gotta go down the court.
Right.
Didn't you say that the sheriff has been putting orange tags on that trailer
Yes.
and nothing's been done? She said there's multiple orange tags on that trailer.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple tags on a trailer.
He says it's something to do with female problems, you know. I don't know. I mean, he has a lot of personal, you know, he lives in a different world than a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's one of the kind of guys that likes all the pictures on his phones, and you know, he's just a kind of a.
Is he living in that trailer?
He says he don't live in it, but you know, he comes down there and stays.
Because
you know.
when I talked to the Board of Health about that, they said they can use that as a temporary, but he cannot live there more than so many days. That thing's been sitting there, what, a couple years now?
Yeah.
So,
He uses it. It's like
a love shack.
Yeah, a love shack.
It's hard of that.
How did I know that?
All right, well, anyway, that's all I had about that. If there are any more questions on that.
Mama Street.
And with that, that's all I have.
I don't care what you mean
All
by
right.
it personally. It's not my business.
Yeah.
I just, I figure it, you know, you can't, I don't drag my cars always to the, you know, right on my property line, because you can't open the door, you know. And I don't believe he should be able to drag his trailer over there, you know, to where he thinks is the property line, and then start pulling pullouts. I don't care if it's in the air or not.
Well, hopefully taking care of the trailer takes care
Takes care of all your, a lot of your issues.
I mean, you know, it seems
So-
like, you know, and then he thinks he's gotta walk around, he's already fiddling with it. So he can't even walk on his piece of property, he thinks, because he's gotta walk on mine to get on the other side of the trailer to do his.
Yeah.
Can he put no trespassing signs on his property?
The kids tear them
And,
down.
you know,
They tear 'em down?
We've had them up there.
I've
and they
had
tear 'em
them,
down.
kids tore them down, other people took them down, people do what they wanna do.
Got a shotgun?
I really don't wanna come down to that part.
We don't want you to come to that point either.
You know, it don't really bother me, I'm late in my life.
Yeah, get the message real fast.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but I don't wanna be sitting up there with people I don't wanna be sitting with all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. All right, well, thank you, and thank you, Chris, for following up on that. We're gonna roll over to committees. Dan Philo.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a few things. Would you pass that to the mayor, please? Those are the properties that we had asked for a list. I couldn't find a list, but I had pictures. There are 4 properties. You have the addresses on them that were demoed, and on the previous list, they're all demoed. If you wouldn't mind reading the addresses, Mayor, I don't remember.
The ones that were demoed, yes.
Yeah, those are the lists. the
Yeah,
list that we had.
269, 270 ended up getting demoed by the owner.
By the owner, thank you. Mhm.
270,
Across
well,
the
that's the
street.
same one.
Yeah, I have pictures of some of the same ones.
And 32,
That was out next to Arnold Jones.
and 268.
Okay. So those were the 4 that were demoed, one by
Did you
the
want these
owner.
back?
No, you can have those, I have them on my computer. Sorry, I couldn't get better pictures, but I have a
Yeah.
bad computer.
Yeah, with copies of.
It looks like a
Yeah,
Matthew
that's-
Gardner photo from the Civil War.
It does, the color.
Yeah, pretty rough. Guess I have to put it down, huh? Get a new printer. Let's see. I sent council the information that we need to discuss to finish up the park project. We need to talk about that so we could meet our deadline. By June, our extension is over in June. If I can find it. Having looked at that, I just wanted to get council's input as to how quickly we might be able to, or what we wanted to do with those remaining funds. And,
Are you talking about the ones that you've already reported the stuff's gonna be tied against,
yes, that's
like the
ODNR.
rest of that out
Yes,
of the grant?
Yes, we haven't spent the 14,000 that we have projected as to what we wanted to do. Excuse me. And, we need to make decisions on that, so, because June will be almost before we know it. I think I missed a page myself, it's unfortunate, with that amount on it, so. Does any,
The amount of what you have left over?
the amount we have left over?
It didn't print too good, but it's 9,000,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is, $9,104,
that says 200, 201.
201.
Yeah,
I mean-
I can barely see it.
No, I have a different one than you have, and that's what I was looking for.
I got everything printed out.
Right, yes,
Here's 9,104.
yes, that's
That's
what-
the up-to-date one, then?
That's the
not-
up-to-date
okay.
one. Same amount of number, we just have to come to some conclusions on what we want to do with that so we can schedule it and get it done.
How much was the safety, surface on the playground cost to get rid of that mulch?
I had that too, Kath.
Yeah. I'm just asking, cause that mulch
No, I
is
have it here somewhere.
horrible.
Among all these, yeah, it could go from 50,000 completed with them
For
putting
that
in.
little area?
Oh, yeah, that's
Wow.
to start, and up to 100,000,
That
you
ain't
know,
gonna happen then.
depending upon the size of it.
Yeah.
But it calls for, you know, obviously hauling away the mulch, putting in the concrete, and,
The rubber kind of.
yeah, the rubber
material.
surface which they pour on site.
Oh.
But that's a consideration, that's still a consideration, I thought, for the other loan not loan, the other grant that we literally we'll have to spend as well. But
Which grant's that?
that's a $100,000 grant that we just brought to my attention.
So you
by
said
the
there's
state.
no funding match on that, but I remember at one meeting you said we had to put 25,000 up for that.
No, that was
Anybody
for-
else remember that?
No, that was for, there's never been a funding match on the 100,000, never. Well, there isn't, even if I said it, it's not true. There's no match.
You did say it.
There's no
You
match.
said there was a $25,000.
So if it's not a match, I
There's-
guess what I would like to know is like, do you spend the money first for reimbursement or do you
It's
send it to
reimbursement.
them?
No, it's
It's a
reimbursement.
reimbursement.
Where are we
Yeah,
gonna
but
get
there is
the
no
bid?
match.
The problem with that is where are we gonna get the money?
Well, that's
Council,
up to
please
council.
excuse me.
It's $100,000.
I mean, we've got a lot of other things that need to be done in the village.
It happens.
But there again, I always say, it's not our money. I mean, we're not spending any money.
It is our money until we get it back, is what I'm saying.
Well, I agree with that. So I'm bringing it to council. If you don't want the $100,000, just tell me and I'll just tell the people no. I mean, it's just that simple.
That's the best solution you can do.
It's not that we don't want
Want
it.
it, it's just we
You
don't have
don't
the
want it,
money
you
for
just
it.
have the money to do it, then, Danny.
Under
I don't
the-
know, you tell me.
Well, under the
But if
circum,
you put $100,000, it ain't
Right.
gonna sit well.
but
It-
under,
and- Say again.
but under the circumstances, how are we gonna pay it back? I would take every grant coming at us. If we,
Just right now,
If
we
it was
don't
free
know.
and we didn't have to
don't
put the
know
money
where
up.
it's gonna go.
there's no way
Well,
that they can, the
Okay,
vendor can deal with them.
I don't know, I haven't tried, that's what their contract says and what we would agree to get this. But all I can tell you is that you can probably get a loan.
We don't have the money for the loan.
We still got-
Oh, you don't have money for a loan?
I mean, to pay it
That's why
back.
you get loans, because you don't have any money.
I mean, I wouldn't get a loan if I knew I couldn't pay it back.
Fix the street. clear.
Absolutely.
Well, as we get the money back, we pay it back. Now, which, you know, is sort of just, hey,
I'm just
if
saying.
you guys say no, I'm happy. You say no, I'm good. I'm good with, because this is council, not me. I'll tell everybody in the world, it wasn't me. It
You
was
talk to
council
them
that said
about-
no.
Like, just dealing with the vendor itself?
Say again,
Can you talk to them about just dealing with the
With
vendor
the vendor
itself?
themselves.
can I
Between
talk with
the
the vendor?
vendor
Or
and-
can we talk?
The loan, or the
The grant.
grant.
The grant people.
You,
If they can deal with the vendor instead of dealing with us, to be able to have to pay it up front, and then get the money back later. You see what I'm saying? Talk to the vendor, see if they can
talk to the
work in
vendor.
between the vendor and them.
Well, it'll never be between the vendor and them. It'll always between them and us. This is a state grant, municipal. It's not, but with you having said that, Al, there's a possibility we can talk to the vendor and say, okay, you do this work and we'll start to turn in the money. And it's not like we gotta pay them back $100,000 today. It's just like the one we're working on. I'm assuming that Margret and Mike are keeping that ball rolling.
I plan on that one day, and I plan to send what they didn't pay the last time, plus the stuff that happened over there with running the line and that, because we have to get that money back so we can have money to finish the project.
That's exactly right.
They're gonna have to give us some money. We can't wait until it's completely done.
And that's what we
you know,
talked about at the beginning of that project, Margaret, that you and Mike
Yeah.
immediately, as he spent
Yes.
that money,
Yes.
that money should have
Well,
turned.
We're working on it.
Good enough.
I am working on it, but like I said, they still owe us from, when I sent in the 79,000, they only gave us the 59, so I've got those receipts and cancel checks, and I'm putting the rest with it, and hopefully this week it will go to D or
Yeah.
whomever up there, so we get that back,
Mhm.
put it in so that we can finish those projects that 17,000 and
Yeah.
all that project.
Absolutely, that's how that
But as
works.
far as the 100,000, Danny, honestly, in my heart, I don't know where this council's gonna take it out of the budget
Mhm.
to have startup money and then plan to get reimbursed, because we are really tight right now.
That's strictly up to council. I'll leave it where it is. If you guys say no, I'll break my finger pointing that we turned down 100,000, but Pam, you had a
Yeah,
question?
did we ever get all that in-kind work, documents together?
We
I know-
have that, and that
can be
comes in at
turned
the end of
into-
the grant, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we need to turn in with them, at the end of the ODNR grant,
At the end.
our in-kind, work, or before, we can get it all up to them. I'm working on that too, it's hard to get those numbers, state what they'll pay for, what they won't. Margaret's given me some information on that in-kind type work. So, it's up to you guys, I mean, I don't, like I said, if somebody was gonna give me 100,000 and I needed to pay for incremental work up to that 100,000, not like we got to reach in our pocket and give $100,000, it's just like every other loan, not loan, but grant that we get. You do some work, you pay it for that work, you turn it in, you get your money back, so.
She don't have the money.
Well, right now,
Okay,
council, you
I
need
will
to
talk to
understand
them, Ed, thank you.
that you already have two loans with PNC that you're paying. You're paying on a dump truck that you got about a 49,000 balance on, and you're paying on a credit line from when we did work over a year ago when we had to reach out to PNC to have the money to do some things. So
I will
you've
be sure-
already got two loans that you're paying on.
Margaret, I'll be glad to tell the people that when they ask.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
don't
I'm
be sorry.
with,
You're just
you know,
saying what it is.
With losing
Don't be
across-
sorry.
Can I
When we-
suggest
no.
something?
No,
No.
you have to talk to the
When-
mayor.
when we
I'm not
lost,
running
you
this
know,
meeting.
we have lost a lot of money.
No, this
If
is
you-
right now, this is.
If you look at what we lost from Ineos, and it was approximately 400,000 or a little over. Yes, there's still a company or two over there, and they are collecting, but it's not gonna make up when we're used to getting $37,000 a month in RETA funds, and we're dropping down to 26 and 28,000 a month. That's a big difference. Then take, you know, in the past we had mayor's court that we had income. We've got to be careful, because once we go to Cleves, and I don't know if any of you have looked at.
Well, we're getting way away from.
Well, I know, but what I'm trying to do
I
is
mean,
explain.
you don't have to convince me.
You know,
I'm sorry.
I'm
Yeah, I
just worried.
understand. You don't have to convince me. Not at all. But, that's where we are. Like I'm telling you, I'm just telling you up front. You don't have to pay $100,000. You may have to pay 5,000 here, 6,000 there as the work comes in or whatever. That's what it is, and that's how it works. And if you're not interested, I am not. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You're going to hurt some people's feelings out there in the community, but you're not going to hurt mine. Because I can say that I presented what we had and what presented at the council, and council said no. So on some of those projects that we could have gotten done and still can get done.
We just can't do
But
it
it's
at
just
the
not
same
a
time.
good time right now, right?
Okay, but you know, okay, that's fine. But I'll see what we spend money for between now and then.
Please,
Yeah.
please
That's
do. Yeah.
They should.
Mhm. So.
Mayor, can I ask you what the line of credit is?
I'm sorry, I'm still.
No,
Oh.
not right
You didn't give a
now.
number.
I'll
I
open the
just-
floor for
I
you.
just need to
This is
finish up this
between
and then
them.
move on to something else. So, being that we jumped to that capital grant that's available to us for $100,000, I just want to make sure that this is done in the right way. You can tell me, we'll look at it further, because here you are around the table and we haven't really looked into what we can do here, or you can vote now. And that's your position. I make a motion that we move forward with the $100,000 grant, capital improvement grant, for more play equipment, splash pad, whatever council would desire to use it for, restrooms and concession stands, all those things which we'll need eventually. That is my motion.
I'll second it. Motion by Dan Pillow to move forward with the 100,000, second by Ann Pillow. Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Can I sustain? I don't know much about this. When we were
That's
talking about it.
Kathy Bias,
Entirely up to
Nay.
you.
I don't.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Abstain.
Abstain.
Pam Jackson.
Nay.
So what do we do in a case like that where we have 2 abstain, 2 yay, and 2 nay? Do the abstain go with the nay?
yays.
Well, the motion hasn't carried, but you do have a tie in a sense. Because you have 2 yeas and 2 nays.
So does the mayor get, I call on the mayor for her vote, since it's
That-
tied?
That would be what I would suggest.
Mayor, your vote, please.
Yay.
What?
Yay. Just for now, I mean, if we can't go forward later, I would rather not take it off the table
Okay,
yet.
3 yays, majority went with the yays, votes carried.
Do you have anything else with your committee?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. We didn't have our discussion about how we're gonna spend the money that we have. I really need to know that so that we can start moving those projects. That $9,000 project, get that.
Did you hear anything back from the people about the skateboard park? That you said you were reaching out to?
I was gonna, yeah, I'll talk to him about that.
Okay.
He had the floor.
Huh?
He has the floor right now.
Oh, I was just asking because he wanted to know what we wanted to go forward with to finish off this
Oh.
money. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I did reach out to him, but he hasn't gotten back with me yet,
Okay.
unfortunately, so. His name is Evan, and he works with, it's Cincinnati Skate Park Projects.
Okay. So with that, until we get that information, we can take that slab off of us to do things, because we think about slabbing it and bolting what we have down.
I mean, I would
But
still
you-
keep it on your list.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay,
Well,
just, I mean, I hope that we can get something from them.
sure. Because what I'd like to say about that, if we keep that on our list, I think it's in our best interest just to go ahead and contract that. I don't know how anybody else feels about it. Contract it, get it done. Mr. Kane told us before it would cost about $9,000.
Yes, what you were talking about last week, I guess.
Yeah, that 40 by 60 slab.
Is that
In
correct?
fact-
Yeah.
If that's what council decides to do, then that takes care of that $9,000 overflow there, but there still might be a few more dollars left, so. And just asking Mr. Kane, is that work that you do? Is that something you?
2,400 square feet you're gonna have there. Is it to be dug out?
Yes.
Well, that's 36,000. It's 9,000 just for the concrete.
Oh,
I
that's,
think we can do the in-house work on the dig, because we gotta remove that pile. So a
absolutely.
lot of the prep work, we're gonna do ourselves.
$4 a square foot is for concrete, hard cost, whatever you're pouring, you can figure $4 a square foot.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to do. the prep
$15
work
a square
in-house.
foot will take care of digging it out, prepping it, steel, everything you need.
What was that price?
Prep, 36,000.
36,000. Woo.
That's normal prices and stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But if you got 9,000 in concrete, if you're doing it in-house, just, You guys report it yourself, you're gonna have 9 grand of concrete.
Approximately 180
Yeah.
a yard.
$200 a yard concrete is what, on our
Okay.
jobs now, it's coming out to $4 a square foot. If you're figuring by the yardage, it's $200 a yard.
Okay, we figured it talked at 180.
Yeah, that's tax and everything, Danny.
Mm.
Anything less than 5 yards, you pay another $150 service charge.
Mhm.
No, that's why he's got the 180, because we don't pay the tax.
But that's, you know,
So much for that option. But as the mayor said, we
We'll
can,
try to get them to do something for us, yeah.
we can prep it. We can have it ready
And yeah,
to
we
go.
can prep that ourselves.
and you're saving money, that's $3 a square foot prep.
Mhm. Great. So, there were other things.
I could learn how to run a backhoe.
I kinda had that in the back of my mind. Yeah, we have that. We have enough laborers to put in the concrete
I
and
go over
steel.
and dig around a little bit with the backhoe, get that pile of dirt out of there.
Yeah, so,
Mike's got that on his
let's,
list. We
let's,
already got some places to go with it.
I don't wanna take up all your
So
time,
we
but let's
soon.
talk about, because, you know, we'll meet again in April, May, June. So we gotta really know how we're gonna move forward, with the other things that we talked about. Yeah, the safety service, play pad, motion equipment, squares. So, what are you thinking in terms of that? We can get input from the mayor as soon as she gets some input back to say whether we'll go with that or not go with it, but we really need to.
Yep, if they ever get back with her, that would be
Yeah,
great.
he should.
Mhm.
That would be awesome.
Okay, good.
Figure it out.
Mm-hmm. We can always, being said, I'm gonna have to go back and look at the numbers again for the play, for the play area, for hopscotch, tetherball, and possibly a
Some of them we will
moving
be doing ourselves anyway.
thing. I already talked about the moving equipment. Pieces of equipment, they cost an arm and a leg. It's so crazy. It's crazy. I mean, we're talking $20,000 just for a little thing that rolls or goes around and around. Like in the old days, you run and you hop on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Skinned your knees up a couple hundred times.
Merry-go-round.
But we can still put the pad in and put in 4-square tetherball, hopscotch, whatever else we can come up with in that area.
I don't even know if these kids would even know how to play half that stuff nowadays.
You're correct.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
They'd have to look
If
it
it
up
ain't on that
their
phone or on that iPad,
Yeah, that's right.
They'd have to look it
Well,
up
they
on their
can
phone.
Google.
they might have to Google how to play it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So-
still, it's encouraging to have them
It is.
try.
Get them out there and move.
Yeah. Yeah, so we need to kind of make some sort of decision. I mean, I can get back, if somebody wants to think about it a little longer, if we want to wait till we get some input from Mayor Mear. And obviously, the next thing we can do that would save us a lot of money.
And are you talking about the expenditure, the 17,000, not the 100,000, correct?
Say again, the
You're
9,000.
talking about the $9,000?
Yeah.
What was
No,
left after the 17,000
Oh,
was
so that's
already
what's left, okay.
set aside
Okay.
for other things.
I just wanna make sure I had that correct.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, excuse me, I mean, if you wanna,
Bring it back.
somebody mentioned a special meeting about something, I don't know.
We're having a special meeting.
About what?
About water.
That's water.
Water.
Oh, okay.
When we do the
If we
water,
can get that
with
in,
that?
huh?
Put it with the water?
Could we, if we can get the water in pretty quickly, because time's just flying. I mean, a third of the
Yeah,
way
we gotta get back on that as well.
through the year.
I don't know if anybody's been over there, but it looks like they put dirt in where it was dug out and making ramps to go over. It's by the picnic area. I was over there last Tuesday and,
Oh, by the picnic area?
yeah, where the trench
Dug
starts.
out.
Looks
They're
like they
making
made
ramps
them
for
a
the
path
bikes.
Oh.
so they don't have to jump over. They go pulling stakes up. There, all kinds of stuff if you haven't been over there.
Yeah,
Using them
I
for
just didn't see it.
Bongos on the bongo drums.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, I think after
The
this
stakes.
week, we might have some good weather to really.
Yeah.
Supposed to be nice the
Supposed to
weekend.
be like
Finish
75 this
Yeah.
weekend.
On the weekend,
Mid-50s.
they're
Yeah,
talking
so
about
we-
maybe
we
80.
definitely
after the
finish that
weekend.
one.
But
So we're
anyway.
getting into that where we're having
Yeah.
the weather,
Mhm.
back in
Yeah.
our favor.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely finish that
absolutely.
one.
And
So do we have everything we need now to finish the water?
that's what I asked Mike. And he said he's pretty close to having everything that he needs
Yeah,
to get
'cause we
that
got the
done.
fountain and
Then we got
everything
the
else.
concrete pads to put in, as you see, to make up to $7,000, pipe tap and 2 thumbs down on that, on the water tap, but that's what we gotta do. Anyway, 8,000, the 2-inch valves, the benches that are in that concrete pads, the screening, they wanted $11,000 to do the fencing, but we decided we wouldn't do that. Just talking in the committee, we can wrap that with a windbreak on the second level for probably under the 4,000 that we have written here, so. All those things, will help us, finish that up, and then we'll see what we find out, with the ramp. So we'll take this up. If I get any further information, I'll pass it on to you, and just let me know when we have the water.
Yeah, we need to finish that one quickly.
The water board, I was getting.
No, I mean, yeah,
the
so you say
piping.
water, something.
Yeah,
about pipe.
absolutely, I appreciate
Get that one
that,
done.
so.
Never will.
Okay, got that. Just, one other thing, when we're looking at, there's a car, black Jeep Wagoneer. You could miss it, not think anything about it, but it's been there for weeks, maybe a couple of months. You probably need to get the license plate on that, Mayor,
Where's
if you
that
could arrange that.
Where's that located at?
Just out here in the park.
Oh, really?
Side parking lot. This is one of the things, I drove by it 2 weeks before I
So it
realized
doesn't
it was
look like
sitting in the
it's just
same
there.
spot. Yeah, you think it's somebody in the gym, you never think about it, so. But anyway, maybe Mayor can get with the sheriff's office and
Yeah.
have them take a look at who it belongs to. Well, thank you very much, council, I appreciate your time.
All right, thank you, Danny. Mindy?
Okay, the laws and contracts, I passed out the ordinance to everybody. We met, laws and contracts committee met March 4th, and that's myself, Pam, and Ann. The purpose, by request of Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, for us to review the current village ordinances and what can be enforced by the police. So the first one is 200215, and this is regarding the prohibiting parking trucks, trailers, motorhomes, etc. And we thought, and we had discussed, like, how long can they stay parked and not be moved? We thought that one time the tires used to be marked.
You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, we didn't know if that was still in going on, or concerns about commercial vehicles that are parked on the street. Is this included in the ordinance? We decided this would go to the code enforcer for this one. And the next one, okay, 200218, is that right? Yes, okay. That one, this is for the weight on the bridge, the Main Street Bridge. And I guess this will go to Solicitor for the Ohio laws. And we're thinking the county can enforce the weight of the trucks. And,
Do you know if that's true? 'Cause,
To represent the ORC.
yeah, Lisa,
Yes.
to ask. Cause they used to have a, load limit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Load limit team that did that. There's a 15-ton limit on it, and we all know there's all kinds of trucks that go through there.
Right.
So, it's a state law, so why can't that be enforced?
Yeah, so,
We've never enforced it as a village. I mean, a few times Don got with the load limit people, because you have to weigh the truck. John couldn't have done it, a previous police officer. He couldn't do it by himself. You have to have them to weigh the truck to make sure it's over or not, so you can cite them.
yeah, as a practical matter, that'll be really difficult to try and figure out. There's a truck going over, it's over,
They pick spots at random.
yeah, so there'd be some coordination that has to take place, but that would not be a village. That's not, I mean, that would be, who designated the weight limit on the bridge? The village didn't do
I
that.
would say, I don't know, that's been there,
Is that-
probably
Is that
county.
done by ODOT? Who designates those weights? Do you know? That's what I thought, yeah.
So that seems like that, I would think that the county, would cite these folks if they're over.
Well, if it's 2002, I can't imagine a previous council just putting something together without having somebody tell them what the weight limit really was.
Right.
I mean, that's a county bridge that
Right.
belongs at, it's Addyston's, but the county, they inspect it and everything. So they may have put that up there with the 15 tons.
Well, I'm looking at this, so there's a lot that you want to send to the code enforcer, which is nice. But I'm happy to, anything that you've sent to me to, I mean, I'm getting these ordinances here, I guess they go with it. And, I still don't have all the ordinances on my computer. I'd love to do that, so I
I'd
don't know.
love for you to have them too.
Should I just
Yeah.
drive out the box and get it knocked out?
This, as an aside, I talked to him again this past week.
Okay.
Okay, so,
Bob's gone, he's not here.
so,
No, we were trying to
he,
get
he
Yeah,
told,
I know,
and
you're saying.
he told me it was at Mr. Eggleston's, service, I guess. You guys might have seen him there. Anyway, I'm happy to look at any of this stuff. And
see what they
give me
can do.
5-10 minutes on each one on the computer, and I can dig through this pretty easily. Stuff that's going to the code enforcer, you don't really want me to spend time on it. If he does a good job on it, that'd be great. So I'm looking here, I've got, I'm putting my initials next to, this one. Okay, there's kind of question marks here.
Did you guys find anything out about loud music?
I guess let me know then, and that way we can send it to him and say, hey, this is,
Is it on here?
Yeah, we can divide up we can divide up the responsibilities on this stuff. And then we need to coordinate, how, if there's no village police department, right, anymore. How are we going to coordinate with the county to say, here's what's going on, help. And, as a code enforcer, he's enforcing code, but, and then some of the stuff that we talked about with the other trailers and things like that might take action downtown. And that's the problem. Now you got filing fees and court appearances and that kind of stuff. So I'm just seeing this now. This is great that you guys went through all this stuff. And I'm sure there are Ohio state laws addressing all that. I just hear you talking over here, while we're talking about loud noise. There are noise ordinances and things like that. Not just that, Village of Addyston.
Yeah,
So,
sometimes when I call, they tell me they can't come in, and I tell them I'm going outside.
we have
I'll
an
deal with
ordinance
it.
that's ORC related.
So then they all show up, 4 or 5 of them.
okay,
When he comes around town, he'll even speak on that.
okay.
I
So
mean,
I didn't answer your question, really.
But if the county is saying they can't enforce our ordinances because it needs a section code or whatever, I don't know exactly what they need, but I mean, it's like, why can't we provide that? I mean,
Okay,
if it's amount of looking on the computer and trying to find somebody, I'll do it myself.
Well, the county won't
If that's
enforce,
what it takes.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Would-
The county will enforce just a purely local ordinance.
Right.
But there are some that they mirror one another.
Right,
So if we wanna say to the, we wanna say to the county, not this person's violating Village of Addyston ordinance such and such, we would say they're violating the Ohio Revised Code.
right.
And the issue is how, how we interface with them and get action. Some stuff's gonna be a priority and some not. I mean, something in between, I'm sure.
Because I know a lot of this should be, I mean, what's other communities do that don't have a police department, they're out in the county somewhere.
They have
Yeah.
they have, well,
I'm sure.
they have the
he's gonna
sheriff's
address that.
deputies,
Yeah.
They get a call.
Um,
So, I mean, the other thing you can do is
That's what I was like, if
they're,
when we get to him, he'll probably.
Yeah.
your municipal codes, there's municipal ordinances in here from the village
Right,
that vary in any way from Ohio state law, really should just say,
right,
that it should just make them, pretty much, we're just adopting that and we start asking the county to enforce the state law.
right, that's what I'm saying, why can't they just, if it's already there, why can't they, they drive by, there's loud music, why can't they enforce that? It's Ohio law, why do they need us to say, yeah, go ahead?
I'm gonna let the sheriff's department answer that because,
Yeah, he's
It's-
gotta look back there.
It's like,
If I can address that, there is no state law for loud noise.
okay,
That is completely left up to localities. And
I think Hamilton County does have that.
They do have a ordinance for
Yeah.
loud music noise.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what they have.
That ordinance only specifically applies to construction equipment, if I'm thinking of the ordinance you're talking about. The loud noise, I believe, has to do with commercial vehicles and construction equipment, so it was basically aimed at Rumpke, who were starting their routes at like 2 in the morning
Oh,
and
about
beating dumpsters around at 2 a.m.
four.
So I believe that's the ordinance you're referring to, but noise ordinances referring to music from vehicles or residences are not covered, and those need to be addressed by the localities. There is a mechanism for the sheriff's department to enforce a village ordinance. We can cite downtown to the municipal courts. There's a statute in the Ohio Revised Code basically for a violation of a local ordinance. So we would cite for a local ordinance violation and then specify which ordinance was violated. And the mechanism to prosecute that would essentially be someone from the village acting as a prosecutor for the case.
right. This is what I'm talking about though, because it necessitates us going down there.
It does.
Okay, so I guess what Ms. Jackson's asking is there anything you can do independently that doesn't require us to go down and spend the money in court to file something?
Like with the loud noise, is that
Is
just
there-
a
is there-
ticketable offense,
Yeah.
citation?
If it is a commercial vehicle or construction equipment, then yes. But if it's just noise from a motor vehicle like a stereo or noise from a home, basically we can knock and talk to somebody politely and ask them to turn it down. But if they tell us no, or if they turn it up, we can't do anything.
But, okay, so I have a question, because I know we talked about this quite a bit. You said if we have, a lot of the times when we have ordinances go down, if like they're an old ordinances like that, they pretty much just throw them out. So in other words, say we redid an ordinance, okay, to address this loud noise. Could we make that a citationable offense rather than going downtown, I guess, is what I'm really getting at. How can we not have to go to court to enforce something that simple?
I'll be honest, I don't know the answer to that question. The best person to direct that to would probably be Pete Stackpole, the sheriff's attorney,
Okay.
to see if that is an option. From my experience as a street officer, it was always they were cited in court, and it went from there.
Okay.
I think the problem is we're gonna be back at the spot where the citation goes out. Okay, and there's the Hamilton County Sheriff's, the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office is not gonna prosecute for violation of Addyston ordinance. They can cite, I'd have to show up to prosecute it.
Yes.
That's how that would work. So what we're trying to figure out, I mean, I guess maybe if we have to do that, while we're talking about this, would you be amenable to, let's say the council says we have some areas of particular focus that we want to, we want to focus on, and we'd like to let you know these are areas that we want to focus on enforcement. If the council decides, yeah, we want to go downtown and prosecute these things, is this something that you can do where we say, all right, these type of violations, we want you to really take note of those and cite the folks, and we'll be down there if we have to.
The only question that we would have at that point would be, is there any violation of individual rights? Is this something that is targeted towards race, creed, religion, or any other protected class? If it's not towards any protected class or status, then yes, we could enforce. And if there was a request from council, mayor, clerk, police clerk, anyone at the village saying, hey, in this particular stretch, we've had a lot of issues with noise, and here's the village ordinance, yes, we could address that.
Okay.
That would be something where we would address it by instructing our officers with what we would term like an extra patrol.
So from a mechanical standpoint, let's say there's an ordinance now, the council decides, all right, we're going to enact an ordinance, whatever it is, and we ask you folks to make it a particular point of emphasis. If somebody, let's say they're pulled over, they get a citation, what will happen then? With where will you turn that? How will we get notice of it?
My understanding of that would be that the prosecutor's office should alert the village of a pending court appearance necessitating the village to send a prosecutor.
Okay.
That's my understanding of it, that's how that happens. I've seen it occur with like Madeira and Indian Hill and other eastern part of the county where I've worked over the years, where they send their individual prosecutors down.
I've been in court down here. You'll have a prosecutor you'll have a Cincinnati city prosecutor, you'll have a county prosecutor, and you'll have a solicitor from another village. They're all there to prosecute different things. And so it seems to me, so you guys can cite, we get notice, and down we get. So I think basically the council needs to decide how you want to allocate your resources in this regard, because if I get that notice, I'll have to go down.
Right. So as we are talking about our finances and how we can't afford this and we can't afford that, if we have to start sending Chris downtown, it's gonna cost a penny, or two, or three, or four. It's not gonna be, oh my goodness, Chris, I just need to go downtown for Addyston.
Right. I'm
There's a
assuming
payroll.
you have to look into the framework of it all, but there could be penalties. I mean, when you had mayor's court, somebody violated an ordinance, they'd pay a fine, correct?
Right.
If they're down there, they'll be ordered to pay the fine.
To the county.
To the county.
Right. Are they
No, why would they pay it to the county on violating a village ordinance?
That's
what we've been
a
told.
$1 million question.
That's what we've been told.
Okay, well, that I did not know about, because I haven't prosecuted a case for you down there, but I will have to look into that for sure.
Yeah.
I think those fines end up split because there is court costs that are paid to the municipal courts, but I believe the remainder goes to the municipality.
Oh, it
Yeah,
does?
I would suspect that you
But
get
I believe it's split.
Yeah.
I don't know what the split is. I don't know how that's defined.
So that's something to look into then.
there's some homework, yeah.
This is a working document you guys have here, and it's good. I mean, no,
That's
it's
why I
because
support, I know
it's
we're
good.
supporting
Yeah.
them.
If we don't do anything,
to go from.
it's just
Continue
everybody
to
be able
do
to do
whatever
whatever
they
they
wanna do
want.
around
I mean,
here.
we don't want a
Yeah.
community like that either.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's,
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I kind of just jumped in. You had a question for me, and I just
That's
kind of
okay.
started asking him questions. Next thing you know, I
It's
apologize.
okay, we gotta
understand.
figure it out.
Yeah, so well, we're still in Mindy's,
I'll try
Mindy's
to-
place.
I'm sorry, Mindy.
No, that's
No,
okay,
that's
really,
okay.
thank you, I appreciate it.
We learned some new things.
That's important, because the one thing, like, the code enforcer is gonna regulate removal of dog and other animal excrement within the village.
Good luck finding the person that left it.
Left it, right?
Yeah, who's gonna witness that unless somebody calls? Just, I know this, like I
That's
said, this is
gonna
a
be a
working
tough one.
document,
Yeah.
but, is that something we're gonna call the sheriff and say, hey, I saw this guy's dog crapping in my yard?
No, I
So
would
does
say
that mean-
when they
sounds
see
like
it.
This is my question. On that ordinance, does that mean
Well,
that
we
in
can
their
create
own yard,
all
if they're
kinds
not
of
cleaning it up and the smell is overbearing in their own yard? I mean,
Complain about it if it's
I'm just asking. I mean, what
Most
if people have,
yeah.
you know, that live next door and all these dogs out there and they're not cleaning up the mess in their yard and that smell is just,
I know about that.
I mean, is that included in that
Across the
ordinance?
street, boy, it's just like, when the wind's blowing a different way,
Mm-hmm.
you had a kennel full of dogs.
Yeah, my dog poops too, sorry about that.
Oh,
Yeah, but you probably clean it up.
yeah.
Yeah, I try to get out there all the
He
time.
does.
It rains.
Yes, you, yeah, but
Go
that's,
ahead.
that's
Okay.
good, it's all good, it's all good.
All right,
It is.
ordinance 2006-6, this is the regulating collection of, that refuse, the garbage, I'm guessing here, not to be set out prior to 6 PM in the evening, preceding the day of collection, so. we
That's a
discussed
big one,
that.
too.
Yeah, and guess who gets that? The solicitor. I should have made this a little easier for you and listed yours out all at once.
I see him.
Okay, so the next one, 200615, and this is setting fees for dumping within the village. This for the, we thought we'd go to the code enforcer, and this is, you know, and this is big. I mean, I think this should be a big one here. Look at the fees, like the fines. I mean, this is, if we enforce this, but that's burning and dumping, so. And then the ordinance 200616, this goes to the code enforcer, open storage and display of material and equipment. 2011-17, regulating vacant structures in village, setting fees for these, the vacant.
Now,
And this goes to the code enforcer.
when we do this, one of the other problems was this discussed in your meeting about how, if it goes to the code enforcer, how does he enforce those fees?
Yeah,
That's the big question.
huge.
But anyway, I just
Okay.
keep going.
Okay, no, that's okay.
That's what all.
I just wanted to
That's okay.
inject that in
And
there.
this one, the 201117, this was a draft for council's consideration back in March 18th of 2011, but nothing
I don't think it was
with
a draft, because it had an ordinance
Didn't
number on it.
16.
It just didn't have a signature.
I would
Right.
redo every single one of these. All update,
I think
seriously.
they ought to all go to Chris, let him look through them.
They all need to be updated regardless. Like today's, this year. This year's date. With the proper legal terms.
I think you should update the ordinances on a continuous basis.
Uh-huh,
I
yeah.
mean, there should be a catalog of the ordinances. I mean, it'd be great if they're searchable with hyperlinks, if not, at least searchable. And every year, the ordinances in their entirety are published, and when one is added, it's added in. When one's changed, it's amended, revised, superseded, withdrawn. So, if I'm a resident here, I don't know what my ordinances are. 'Cause I mean, is there some place that a resident could come in and
To
say,
me, I keep them upstairs,
if they,
there's documents.
yeah, but if somebody came in, Margaret, can they say, I want a copy of the ordinances, of the village ordinances? Or is there some way that somebody can look at them if they want to
Yeah.
see all of them?
They come, I will pull out whatever they need to look at, they make a public records request.
Okay,
I will let them look at them, and with the new website, between the mayor and I, we have been scanning them and sending them to the webmaster, and they have been putting them on there.
That's
We've
great.
only gone back to the year
yeah.
Where are we at right now?
22, 23.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make more work
We're
for you.
trying,
I'm
we're
not trying to make
trying.
more work for you, it's just that, you know,
And if you look at the website, it does say ordinances, and you click on it, and it does pull up the ordinance.
good.
I think what we ultimately need to get to though is categorizing those.
Yes,
Well,
yeah. Like
Eventually, but you know,
Cleves is that way.
gotta have some help to do it too.
I think Ed's even pulled out something to add separately on the code enforcement page. So that, yeah, that's what we would like to try to do.
But we have been working on
Separate
it.
them out, yeah.
I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, Margaret. I'm just, I'm not saying nobody's working on it.
That's what it should be.
I was just asking a question, how would I, as a resident, find all of the ordinances? If I just wanna scan through and look at them,
Right.
you know, that's all.
Because you look at the ones we're looking at now, the dates are all over the place, 2002, four, I mean, they're
It's kind of
old.
why I said every single one
So-
needs to be
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, and so rather than there be an ordinance by date, it's an ordinance by category, and it might be one that's 10 years old, because we don't need to update it. But then this year, you wanna amend that same one, it's still the same number. Just, you know, you was talking about discrimination earlier, you know, he's got 411299, Ohio Revised Code. You look at discrimination, that has been revised many times, that section, but
It's still
there,
the same.
you don't look by date, you just look by that number, and it'll show what years it's been revised. So it's just a little easier to get through, and I'm not trying to make work for anybody else. I think what I'm trying to do is, when you
Move
guys do
forward like
this
that.
in your Laws and Contracts Committee, you guys, this is a massive undertaking, what you've done to try and pull this all together, and now's the perfect, since we're doing it, perfect opportunity going forward to make it really easy, and it needs to be easier on Margaret, quite frankly, you
Come
know.
on down, I'll show you how to scan.
Anybody can volunteer.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Okay, and this is 201306. And as David said, removal of dogs and other animal excrement within the village. We're gonna give this to the code enforcer. How he's gonna do that, I don't know. But that's for him. And here is 201307, regulating door-to-door solicitors and peddlers within the village. Anyone soliciting door-to-door must be registered and licensed. We thought Henry County can enforce this. They can stop them and see if they can show they're registered. Anybody have some questions about that one? And then there is the 201809, prohibiting the use of engine brakes. This goes to the solicitor. This does not apply to emergency vehicles operated by fire, police, and military units. Hamilton County can enforce on the highway. And then we discussed the 2021-21, prohibiting, this is the noise and the disturbing the peace. We talked about, discussed that one already. Then it was brought up about the signage out in the parking lot. There's nine possible parking slots or spaces. We thought the one on the end, where the car sitting there, and if we would, the car was gone, we could make that handicap. Make that a handicap spot there. Make that another one, or just another space in general. And some of the things that, just the thought, how we want to word them. Reserved parking, municipal parking only. Do we show a time? 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I don't know how we want to do it. And I noticed coming here tonight, there weren't many spots. It was almost all taken. So it was pretty full.
Is that just the gym, or is that people parking there
They were coming
No,
in
it's
and out.
across
of
the
gym.
street.
across the street too? The people that live across the street.
Yeah, I got here at like 10 to whatever, they were coming from the gym. Or we could put municipal parking only, unauthorized vehicles towed at vehicle owner's expense. Or reserved parking, authorized personnel only, unauthorized vehicles will be towed at owner's expense. Or reserved parking, unauthorized vehicles will be towed away. there's a number of spaces, there's 9, and like I said, if we remove the bike rack out on the first one out there too, and then we could paint the line and make that one a 10 spot if we need 10 spots. So, then I just committee recommendations, the ordinance referred to the solicitor, and we have it drawn up with county to enforce.
Mindy, as I said, you guys have done a lot of work, which I appreciate. On the parking lot here, again, how do we enforce that? Putting signs out there, who can park and who can't park? Is that something the sheriff's gonna have to do? But just to do it and not have any teeth in it, to say, you can't park here, or the residents across the street, I don't know, are they allowed to park wherever they want to? Are they allowed to park in the lot as well?
Not if it's reserved.
Not if it's reserved, yeah.
Okay, but they can park in the lot.
Yeah, because one side will be totally open.
Yeah.
It's just for the one side by the street we're talking
Yeah,
about.
I understand.
And if you don't like that, we could put a time on it, like 8 a.m., 8 p.m. That'll take care of us, whoever during the day, however you want to do it. I mean, just suggestions here.
And I
what to
understand that,
say.
and that's the reason I'm just trying to get the enforcement action. I mean, we can put up all the signs, somebody might read it and
Well, that goes with anything.
obey it, but if they don't, then we have
do
to,
something or they won't, so
Okay,
somebody has to.
we have to have some enforcement.
Yeah.
We have to have some enforcement.
It's no different than our handicap out there. I don't see anybody parking in there, but what would we do if they did?
Yeah.
I mean,
Same thing.
it's not really a problem. I mean, we've not really had it where
Well,
people are parking in there.
maybe, yeah, maybe at night somebody's over in there, but
But I
anyway.
mean,
Yeah.
normally.
But if we don't enforce that, we don't enforce any of this stuff. After a while, people just park there and say,
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
I just think we just put the sign to try, see what works. I would think people would read it. I think the general would.
Do you-
Well, you're not taking the whole
Yeah.
parking lot.
I
mean,
understand.
Even if we don't take
No, I
all
understand.
10, you
Yeah,
know,
I'm
if
just
we
saying-
try half.
Yeah, if it ain't
you
broke,
know,
I don't see that it's broken. All the years that those people have been across the street, and we've been parking and not having any problems. I haven't been coming in having any
I know when my
problems.
aunt and uncle
Yeah.
lived over across the street, they never parked in this, they parked out in front of their house.
Well, that's what they did.
Yeah.
But it's there. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents worth. What I see it doing, to be honest with you, when we shut down that, we're gonna start pushing people up into Auel's parking area where he has his business. We have people at the US 50 bar. It's just gonna push our businesses' availability further and further away. But that's just the way I look at it and think about it. I think we weren't having I didn't think we were having any real problems personally, so, but that's just my input, so.
Now, I just want to say though, council, I want to ask a question, because in my notes here, I had to go back, she reminded me. You guys did make the motion and it passed to put those signs up, right? Does that still hold? So I'm still ordering these signs, but I didn't order any because, the wording, what wording would,
I'm sorry, I took up y'all's time.
no, that's back in her arena here. This council did go ahead and, make the motion to order those, so I just need to know what does it need to say?
I mean, even if we do like 8 to 5 business hours, you know.
But we meet
I just figured
at
8
night where our
because with
problem is
us.
when there's 10 of us.
Right, and that's why I said
13
8
of
to
us.
8, or even though we run
Yeah.
over, but still, that would give us time to park at ours, come in, or anybody else coming in for anything. And if you don't want 9 or 10, just,
And we do have meetings during the day.
Yeah,
There's 3 of us normally.
So 8 a.m. to
Before.
8 p.m.?
Yeah, that sounds good.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all you do is try it.
And should that be municipal building parking only? What about?
Yeah,
Or
just use
The
the,
municipal, I guess.
the
Well,
top
municipal
wording.
building would include employees.
That's what I just do, use the top wording she's got here. Municipal parking
Is that
only.
parking, municipal parking only?
Or whatever
Eight.
word
Yeah,
she's
this
got.
will be used to
8 a.m.
save
to
you a
8
few
p.m.
dollars.
How are they gonna know whose cars those are?
Mhm.
We need stickers or something in our, you know, I mean, if we're here till after 9 o'clock, is the sheriff gonna come down and tag every one of us?
Well, it says
I
8
don't
to
see
8 p.m.,
that.
so it wouldn't
Chuck will
matter.
see that happen.
Well, oh, that's right.
Could you say something like
I didn't even
government
think like
parking?
that.
Could you say something
I'll
like
call
government
police.
parking, 8 to 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.? Something like that?
Yeah, that was one of that's the first one, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I'm just looking for a mutual consensus here.
8 to 8 's
So
fine
we
with me.
want government parking.
Government?
Government,
Municipal.
Municipal parking only.
Municipal if it has to be. Municipal, cause I mean, it does have a sign on a municipal building.
Yeah.
So just reserve parking, municipal parking only,
Okay.
8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And that'll take care of the day and then.
Put that
right.
Go back and write you.
All right, so can I get that in form of a motion? You already passed to get them, and I'd like that in the form of a motion that municipal building, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for the signs.
So moved, Mayor. I'll make that motion.
A second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, seconded by Mindy Auel. Is there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yes, yeah.
Mindy Auel,
Yeah.
Kathy Byess,
Yeah.
Ann Pillow,
Yeah.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yeah.
Motion carried, Mayor.
Did you have anything else, Mindy?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Wow.
Good job.
Good job.
Wow.
Good job for the
Find
first
some
go round.
Yeah,
Kathy,
Kathy's
on the
Thank you.
the first minute.
43 Main Street, the van has been removed, but there is still a lot of trash out there. Hamilton County called me, the Board of Health, and they've given that owner 7 days to clean that house up, or they'll condemn it.
Good.
So, there's a couple other properties, I know the ones that are next to the church is up here, Sonny's stuff that's in trust, or in probate. Apparently they were up for foreclosure for taxes, but they paid the tax bill, but those buildings are falling over. Those houses are falling completely over. And it's, you know, my biggest fear is one of these kids get in there playing around that, you know, they may just get hurt or something. The buildings are really in poor condition.
Well, we tore one down before. I
Yeah.
don't know why we can't.
So I
do the
got
other
this is the addresses of the two up here, and these were the court documents that I printed off, that they vacated the foreclosure on taxes.
There was a
If
one.
it's still in this state, can, cause like how we got rid of Oak Street was, basically Ed did the order to demolition.
But
I mean, we have a backhoe, some
The
of them I
estate-
think we might be able to get to.
the estate just steps into the shoes of the owner.
Well, there's,
So they own it. The estate owns it. Now there'd be an estate administrator. Is there an
That's
estate
the-
that's being administered?
there's like 10 kids that are,
But is somebody administering this estate? I mean, is it it's in
it's in
probate?
probate, I mean, you can have this stuff, I mean,
Let me take a look.
Well,
But anyway, you know, you'll have an estate administrator, you say the administrator.
because I know one of them's by the church and they've been complaining about the rodents and snakes and stuff getting
That one
into
needs
the
to come
church.
down.
I mean, it's completely fallen down.
and
Yes.
that one too, for our.
They have
50
unknown heirs.
celebration, that doesn't
Yeah,
look good.
no, there's a whole list of
Any of
them.
them all need to come.
on
It's
the
like
other
he
page.
hasn't been able to touch that because of.
How
it
long
being
has
in
Sonny
the
been gone?
state.
7 years.
7 years.
8 years, January.
Whoa,
It'll be 8
what?
years in January.
So it's been in probate
It's
for
been
all that
way
time.
too long,
Shouldn't be.
and they're just getting worse and worse.
Well, and
sitting there.
see if they'd have took care of it right away, the property wouldn't be in such a bad condition.
Right,
But it's just sitting there, not being taken care of.
right.
And we still have money in the tear down fund.
Yep, we do.
With the county, we do.
Mhm.
If we can legally
That's
move
why I
on it, we
said if
should.
there's a way we can do a demolition order on it, we can go through that process again.
oh, yeah.
Huh? Oh, that's, yeah.
That'll be
So if
too,
you could figure that out with the estate,
because we already tore
because
one
the
of those
one
houses
he has
down.
on Main Street as well.
That's
On second
listed
hand,
on
the other
there.
end.
That's
That
Which
one.
one?
It's
On
listed
second
on there.
hand. at the
That's
end
the
of
one that
second
was in
hand.
foreclosure
Yeah.
for taxes.
I don't even know how that one got tore down, that's just.
Yeah, and that was one of
It was
them
That
just
was a
gone.
miracle. I
They
mean,
did that.
and that was on that list.
Second hand at,
Right
Oh,
by,
behind
right
us
past,
by me?
right past Fake.
no, this one by the
Yeah,
steps, right at the top.
Oh,
Across from
okay.
Fake Cross.
Yeah, the
Oh,
port,
Yeah.
the,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Port Authority did that.
Right,
Yeah.
I wasn't complaining.
Exactly.
so it's like, yeah.
When they did, I was just like, oh, well, okay.
Chris, we have
We
a,
don't know.
with community development in Hamilton County, we have, like, for 1 year, we had like 25,000, next, 2 years later, we had 23,000 in acquisition and demo. If we can
Some
somehow
of it we
get
did
this.
use,
Yeah,
remember?
but, yeah, we did use some of it, but
If we can get those down.
So if there's a way to,
Oh, we can use
get
that
a hold
money
of
for.
some of these properties and we can, I don't care how we get them down, get them down.
I mean, the churches are complaining about,
I'd love to get them down from next to that church. I
Yeah.
mean, really.
Mine's-
yeah, I think she
More
came and
home
said there were
for
snakes and
Chris.
stuff
Yeah.
that were coming into the church from that property.
I just don't even know what's going on. I mean, from looking at
I
this,
did
I
bring it up several times.
It's, but yeah.
I mean,
I didn't
this is
print
talked
everything, I
about-
just-
don't know if there's even I don't even know if there's a state being administered.
There was an administrator. She kept getting extensions apparently on it, so I don't know. The last I heard, I think it was the end of last year, was the last extension, so I don't know what happened now. But I don't know.
Well, at some point, you can take action against an administrator of the
Gotta
state. I
come
mean, it's
down.
like, the property's the property. You can't just say, well, person died and that's why we're, building a nuclear reactor here. You can't do that.
Nobody wants it.
So the administrator can't just do whatever they want.
Right.
Right.
They
So
are,
is there a way then you can look into how we can move on that then?
I have to, it's the, Sonny Youngblood is
He was,
the owner.
yeah,
Okay,
you can keep those papers, I don't know.
I'll keep it.
Chris, I have a question too. While you're doing that, would you mind helping us to understand what happens when those properties are torn down? We had one property torn down, and when it was done, the owner still owned the land.
And that shouldn't be, that's for sure.
No,
Yeah, we talked
we
about
need to
that.
make sure that we have a mechanism to get possession, or at least know that we can take, that belongs to the village after the tear down.
Right.
Okay, just, yeah.
Yeah, because we
Got
still
five.
have to deal with that with 103 Oak Street, by the way. What does the grant say? What, something about getting the land and tearing it down? Doesn't give us ownership?
I can't remember.
Not always, because what you're doing, sometimes you turn the building down because the building's unsafe. See what I mean? The land's not
Yeah.
inherently unsafe, it's the building that you're tearing down.
That's what I was wondering what the,
That's why you can
what
do
the,
it, yeah.
what it says, what, because I thought I heard her say something, or said we had a grant that said, that allowed you to possess the property and then tear it down. That's the only reason I asked the question.
Right.
I know, it's just been,
Yeah,
it's
that's
been a
probably not
probate
right.
for so
Because
long.
Yeah,
county's
that actually
paying
has
for
the
it.
house
It's really not
and
us.
the shed, the big shed next to it. So
Yeah.
both of
Yeah,
those
that's
are
not
covered
Main
from
Street,
all-
there was
Because there's one on Second Hand, I think that
I
property
have to
was
go
on
back
there.
Well, then we should have,
Three.
I'm just saying.
that's another, yeah.
So he owns his
It should never
property
be
at 318
expensive.
Second Hand too, that's in the, probate. That's all I have.
Thank you, Kathy, Miss Ann. I don't think I have anything.
No.
You gotta have something.
Thank you, Miss Ann. Al?
The only thing I had is, I talked with that band that topped this band or whatever.
Say it right. Not like a top,
It sounds like topless band,
Topless?
and the Naked Karate Girls, I wonder what Addyston's doing down here.
but they agreed to
Sounding pretty
play
wild.
that day from
A wild
the
time in
August the
Addyston.
15th event.
Yeah, they can use that trailer.
Is someone gonna send me paperwork?
What is the
I will call them tomorrow and talk to them about
I
that.
need paperwork.
I have to ask.
It sounds funny at first when you say it.
Yeah, I know
because
that.
I said it at the house myself like 3 or 4 times, like,
Like how you're gonna say it
Topless
here?
band,
Say it
Take
slow,
it right,
you
girls,
gotta
I'm
say
like,
it slow.
Top this or
and I-
top this?
top this.
I
Oh, I
realize.
thought you said top this.
Top this.
Top this
band.
band.
He's trying to say it right.
Like Ken.
Uh,
Tom-
Try to
Yeah.
draw
my-
some attention.
My question, Al, is, for several years, did you talk with the band I've been recommending
I
for
did.
7 years?
And they wasn't available.
Oh, they are.
I'm sorry.
I talked to them too. They said, yes, we're available both dates, if we had 2 dates. They certainly did. I talked to Lee, maybe a week ago. I'm
I
just
talked to them,
saying.
they said they wasn't available on the.
Who'd you talk
Well, the
to?
one didn't call back.
I didn't call back.
That one didn't
Who
call
was
back.
his name? Can't remember his name.
Okay.
But I did talk to him, one guy, and he said.
Yeah, because he
He
very
wasn't
seldom,
available.
yeah.
And
Okay, okay,
the
okay.
top of this band is, they're playing for 2,500.
Mhm.
So that's where we was at. So I talked to them and they was
Yeah,
available.
Lee said they do it for 2,000, so just so you know. That's okay.
That's okay. He said he wasn't
Can't win them
available.
all. You can't win them all.
They're gonna, what is the August 15 date? I'm lost. August 15 is.
Music in the
That's
park.
Music in the park.
That's August 15, so what's the other date you're talking about?
It was the
It's the same
22nd.
day.
Okay, I thought,
Yeah.
okay.
Those
We had to
bands
change the
same day.
date on one, if that's what you mean, Nan.
I think I
Yeah.
drank too much
Yeah.
So
water
we had to
today.
move the date from 22nd to 15th because
Oh,
I'll give Lee a call and see
The
what his
date-
problem
the
is.
date's been changed, Dan, from the 22nd to the 15th.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, it's been changed a while. The last meeting I brought that up.
mm-hmm.
yeah, tell him to call me because
Well,
like
I mean,
when
it's
I
all
talked
right,
to him, he was like,
yeah.
we're
Well, maybe we'll get
15.
them, maybe we'll get them in the future.
But that's all I had.
All right, thanks, Al. Pam?
Yeah, a few things. The cleanup event for April, we have to decide what we're gonna do here. I know I handed this out the last time. It's no longer gonna be free for the, clean harbors. And that's like, for Saturday event, I know we've got money that we can use for, for recycling. It's not like it's coming out of the village, but, it's like 1,900. So it's up to council. I have to let Jack know tomorrow if this is what we wanna do. And also found out we can't, our date, he would recommend not doing on that date because there is another community that we may not be able to get that's having it on that same day. We might not be able to get the other vendors that we normally have involved. So now, I just got that before I came here about 4:30. May 2nd, they have available. I don't know if that's a problem. We don't have anything going on in the village that day. But, so that's 2 things I need to know. The date, can we change it? And what are we gonna do? Do we want to pay the 1,900 for a 3 to 4 hour event for the clean harbors? Or do we wanna just do all the other stuff and not have them? They're the ones that collect like the
Didn't I
paint.
see that we have a grant from
That's part of this.
the
That's what that
recycle
is.
people?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
right. But
but
it's not,
it's limited what we
Yeah.
have in there right
yeah,
now.
it's limited. Because that's the money that we take out of, for the dumpster, our own recycling.
Mm-hmm.
But we have some extra, but it's not, so we have to decide what we wanna do. Do we wanna use 2,000 out of it, or do we wanna just skip
Keep
that
using it
part
for the
and do the, like all the other entities that they could bring to us?
Yeah.
But not collect the household hazmat.
Yeah. What does Clean Harbor, what do they think, the paint and
Yeah,
stuff?
that was a big
That's-
truck.
That's a
Paint,
big
the
part.
oil.
The
Yeah.
oil-based stuff and
Exactly.
all
That's
that.
the big, yeah, they are actually the big contributors when it comes to
Right.
taking stuff, so.
But right now, you got $3,700 in there, so 1,900 coming out of that is gonna leave you
And we have to pay for that.
158 a month for that dumpster down there, so it's gonna be tight.
So, it's like, what do we do?
You got a birthday this weekend.
I kinda just told him that I'd have to bring it to council and I'll let him know tomorrow.
Was there any chance that they were gonna add some more funding for the recycling for these dumpsters? Did he by chance mention that, if council, you guys decide to do that, is there any chance they're gonna be adding to that?
No,
We
and a
don't
lot of
know
it
yet.
depends on what we get off of the recycling too.
Cause I have to fill out an application saying what we spent the money on and everything, and then they decide what communities get, and we don't know. Cause sometimes, we used to get like $200, $300. The last time we got 5,000, that was
Right.
sorta across the board for all the communities in
That was
Hamilton
because,
County, cause they had the money.
that was because we were a targeted community before too.
We're no longer targeted.
Yeah, we
Well,
are, but
we're,
they don't.
we're kind of
Okay.
established now. So, but
So
we
you
do
can-
still get funding.
You can change your date or not.
So, I mean, I told him regardless, we'll do something, you know, if it's all the free stuff, it's just whatever council wants to do. So do we want to go as is,
And
that
the
we've
date,
done, or May 2nd?
It was either the 18th of
18th,
April or
it
May
was.
2nd.
No, yeah, 18th is what it was. So we have to change that. Because he said the vendors that they deal with the same, you know, all the communities kind of deal with the same people that the county gets. Free or at a reduced cost.
so we can't do April
Cannot.
18th, we have to move it to May 2nd.
You okay?
Will that leave us enough money to pay for our dumpster for
Get
the
your
rest of the
wallet?
year?
It'll
If we
be,
take the 19 out of that,
it'll be tight. Yeah, but you
I'm
figure,
alright.
yeah.
well, why don't we take,
He's talking, he's breathing, so.
850?
Where are we gonna get the rest?
Oh,
You said
This
May,
took us-
what, May 2nd?
yeah,
That's
take
what
the
you
rest,
said?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't say.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm sorry, just, we have $3,700 left in that fund.
Well, I'm using it every month.
Okay.
That's what's in there that I'm pulling against to pay the
Okay,
That
$158.
recycled dumpster.
yeah, how much is that a month, and how long will that take
It's
us? Will that take- well,
$158 a month, and we have it for the rest of the year.
1,800 a year.
And then if we take the 18 or the 19,000 or 1,900.
You're taking a year
out of
away.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
we
know.
don't know what next year's gonna bring either yet. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, they may give us more money to keep the dumpster going. It's been a success, people
Yeah.
use it.
Oh, they do. We'd actually need a bigger one.
But we have the money for this year.
Yeah. So I say it's gonna really take it down if we,
Yeah, well, it's something that the community really needs, as far as I'm concerned. That's a big day.
yeah, my sister, I can't make that decision. It's like whatever council wants to do.
It's just the
The
pay.
community takes full advantage
no.
of it, don't you think?
Yeah, they take more than
I
just
think they
the,
take full advantage of it. I figure we can figure that personally. That 1,900 is
They
really
collect a lot.
for a good,
yeah.
They've collected a lot
Oh,
for the
yeah.
past 2 years, I think
Yeah.
they've been here.
Only thing I don't like about it is they collect some stuff, they get money for it and we don't. Some of the stuff.
But they have to,
But we got.
they have to pay to dispose it too.
Yeah.
And that chemist that's on there, I think that's what costs so much. The
Mhm.
guy that evaluates
Mhm.
what all the stuff is.
So if we look at the next 9 months, it's gonna cost us, what, $142 for the dumpster?
$158 a month.
But that doesn't mean January we start over with that full amount again either.
Mhm.
That would get us through the year, yeah.
I don't know how the
Whatever.
guys feels, but it's something, that's a big part of what we do for the community, and I think that we should figure out something
Yeah.
to do.
I know it's a lot better than 6,000 or 7,000 we paid for Rumpke.
Yeah, yeah, to do.
Yeah, Rumpke used to be extremely expensive, that's nothing compared to
Yeah,
Rumpke's
when we
cost.
doing that cleanup, it was a lot better for the people, because we were doing everything for them. Taking it, they put it to the wall, we took care of it. I don't know that we get as much done, but that's not our fault.
Yeah.
They have the
every
opportunity to
week.
get rid of it, yeah.
And every week, they get Rumpke every week.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it, you have the opportunity to throw away the same thing
I'll
you
make the
do all
motion that we spend the $1,900.
As long as they pay the bill.
Maybe it'll be less.
Did you hear? As long as they pay their bill.
Or cleanup day,
So you made a motion, Dan?
yes.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow to go with Clean Harbors. Second by Ann Pillow. Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay,
And that is for the May 2nd,
May
right?
2nd, yes. And the date, the time norm was 10 to 2,
Yep.
so I'll make
Is it
sure
10
that
to
that's
2?
correct too.
Are you gonna make a motion to change it to the 2nd?
Yeah, cause you have it on April, you need to change it to May.
We need another
Ann
motion.
made a motion.
I'll second it,
Six, so
Jan.
move, yeah.
I'll second it.
Motion by Ann Pillow, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion? That's for moving it to May 2nd. No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay. All right, next thing is, which I talked about the last meeting, the Healthy Harvest Mobile Market is coming to Addyston. I thought I would get an email today on the definite time, but tentatively I was told it will start in April, which is April 14th, and then April the 28th, unless this changes, from 1:30 to 2:30. I guess it's probably just an hour to see how we do. And it'll be out here. They're going to try to do it. They want to be totally visible, so they're going to try to do it in our parking lot here. They'll pull the trailer in, and it just kind of flips the side up or whatever. And it's open to all. It's not free, so this is something that's just you can go there and buy produce, some dry goods they have. But since we do not have like a store like in our community, it's a way to get healthy stuff. And tomorrow, this is only weather permitting. There are times they do cancel. So tomorrow they will be at Sailor Park. I can't remember the time. I think it's 2:30.
Oh, so we can go check that out.
So I want to go check it out.
Weather
And anybody
permitting.
else is welcome.
I think it's 1 to 2, I think.
I thought it was later, and I thought, oh, I wish that was our time. But usually I get a notice. I didn't get one. But as soon as I know for sure, I'll send it out to you guys so you know, because I want to visit it just to see what it's about. But it is going to happen, and they will send a schedule out, so we'll be able to promote this. And you can go on their website right now, just plug that in, and you can get a
you'll find
message,
it.
and they will send you a message for wherever it's at that day. But there are times they do have to cancel.
What's,
What is it?
what's
It's
her
called-
name again?
It's
Healthy.
called Healthy Harvest Mobile Market.
Okay.
Yeah, and they take like your food card, and then you can do, I think it's cash or check, not check, cash or
Debit.
card. Yeah, they do have forms of payment that you can do there. So, but if you want to go and check that out.
I think it's a savings, is that something? Do you
Yeah,
know?
that's what I want to see, because that's what I
Okay.
was asked by the We Thrive ladies, and I said, I'm not sure, I figure you guys might know. And they had, this must be something new,
Mhm.
but they do it in, I guess 11 other communities right now.
Where are they gonna set up tomorrow?
No.
Solid Park?
Sailor Park, it's down by the park. I've seen something there, but I just really didn't pay attention. It's supposed to be tomorrow. I'll send it out when I'll go on their website if you guys don't find it. And I thought it was 2:30, but we'll check it out. I think the last thing was about the Finance Committee did meet on March the 9th, and present was all the members, myself, Kathy, and Mindy. The mayor was there, and of course, the clerk. She, this was sent out in your email. Did you guys have a chance to review it? About the rest of the year's budget. I mean, like we've been talking, like we've got a negative. We've been talking about this for months and months and months. $400,000. We're never going to make that up, no matter what we put here. Unless one day in the future, something over there goes across the, a big space. Hopefully, one day we'll have. But this budget is pretty tight. So one of these, the things we've done in the past, we just can't do. We got to look in the future, like once the water is gone, that's less money that's going to be coming in here, and that kind of keeps us afloat every month, as banking wise. I mean, I know it's water money, but how it comes in, like certain things we know we only get like once a month or quarterly or annually. That affects the budget. When you've got every day someone coming and making payments, we're no longer going to have that here. Probably, who knows? I mean, I guess we're just in unknown territory, knowing what's going to happen once the water is. When we do the bulk water freeze. And I was sitting there thinking about it today, and I was discussing with Margret too. I said that the 17%, if you look at the water bill, that we just got the report from Lisa that came through from water. Look at that, if you look at the water, it takes 17%. That's not much money that we're gonna have to prepare these lines if something happens. So, but this is all things that we, putting this together, we had to consider, and again, it's just an estimate. We can always go back and change this budget if something happens, we get more, but I don't see that happening. If something should change. But I mean, it's been a struggle to even come up with this, to try to do what we do with the little bit that we have.
Pam, are you talking about the, proposed
Yeah, the final appropriations for,
that you sent out?
yeah,
Okay.
for the rest of the year. Yeah, 'cause
This is for the rest of the year?
It's the complete budget for the year.
Oh, okay.
yeah, because there's,
We were in a temporary and we have to have a permanent.
right, Yeah, this is
When
fun.
is that gonna be due?
Well, the county would like to have it tomorrow, but it's gotta be down there by, March 31st at 4 PM.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know who I talked to about this, but I do have a lot of questions about what you've done so far. I think I can just ask one question now. Is the money that you have here listed, $1.173, $1,173,607, $607. Is that what you project it'll cost us
Well,
to go the rest of the year?
I'm sorry, the 1,173.
$1 million.
At
The
the
bottom
bottom,
line.
the bottom line, that is what we estimate we're gonna have to appropriate, because we have to include all the grants that we have with Hamilton County. If we would take those out, this would drop to like $900 and something thousand. But we have to show that. This does include them, and this is, everything that's currently in the budget, monies that we are spending. It's everything. And for the appropriations, for the total, this is the appropriations. For the total income for the village, it's $1,285,000. But of course, we have to have contingency money. We can't use every penny. I have to have that contingency there, or the county auditor will smack us. But we've tried, can I speak? I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead,
Pam.
Margaret, yeah.
We have tried to include everything that we can in here. I mean, it's been trying, very trying. When you're used to having like $900 and something thousand in the general fund, and you have to drop down to $400 and something thousand to make everything work for everything that we do out of the general fund.
Okay.
Sorry,
So
Pam.
this
that's
is
right.
sort of contingent, or is this gonna be not talked about anymore? This is it.
Well, it's the estimate of what we think we're gonna bring in and what we're gonna expend for the year.
Yeah, like we always, it's always an estimate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wish we,
Now, if there's changes, you can always, if there's changes that has to be made, you
Yeah,
have
I
to
know.
make
We
those
never seem
changes.
to get around to that, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
But
will.
then again, too, we sit here and you guys pass this, and then 3 months from now, something comes up and we find it. We have to make room for it. So,
And I just have one other figure that's, Margaret, on the second page. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 totals down. 1, 2, 3, 4 totals down. There's just a figure hanging out there, $471,000.
oh, that's my note. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
That was basically the general fund money.
Okay, that's
Okay,
kind of like,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry, I guess I should take that off, but
No.
that was sort of in my mind, I knew that was general fund money because all the other monies are special funds money. Like the street construction, maintenance, repair, that's a special fund, the state highway's a special fund. But that, I'm sorry, Dan, I should.
No, that's okay. I just
But,
wondered what
that was basically so that,
Sure.
I knew that was the number for the general fund and we couldn't, couldn't go over it because, like I said, we have to have contingency money.
Well, maybe I can talk to Margaret or Pam, or who's the chairman, Pam?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody I'll get with, and just some of the things I'd just like to get explanations on, just to help me out a bit. I appreciate it.
But it's where we're at. I mean, it's, and another thing we recommended with this is that, you know, the money for the water levy that we have will be ending in December. So we're not longer gonna have any water, so, I mean, except for the lines, we could use it for that, but we just felt maybe kicking around, instead of trying to do a renewal, I know we talked about putting something on the levy, maybe do something for streets. Because we have so many that's just repair.
Let the water go and do streets.
I actually made contact with Hamilton County. I called Tim down there and talked to him about it. And if we go with what the village had put on for the safety levy, which is projected to bring in $93,000, that would really help us a lot with our streets. Because in the past, we have designated money out of our general fund to help maintain streets, and we're just not gonna be able to do it.
So this will go on your house taxes?
Yes.
Do you know how much that would cost an individual?
Well, it would be the same that it's like
Another $300?
And
I
that
don't
would
know if
be
it's
like,
$300
it's not
or not, but
For $100,000 of valuation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my
Right.
house is.
And then
But truthfully, like I
take the
said,
water off of that, because we won't
if
have that levy.
if we're not gonna renew the one for the sewage, the water and the sewage, the one for the water, it was based, it's always the same because we're going by the old values from 30 years ago. They've never did a replacement, it's just a renewal. So it doesn't include the current value, it's the old value
Oh,
for the
really?
water and the sewer. And if you think about it, the water is a 1 mil, that only generates about $10,000 a year, maybe not even that. And the sewer is half of that because it's a 5, 0.5. So if council would go with something for the roads, that would be designated for roads. It wouldn't be anything else but for the maintenance and upkeep of the village roads.
How well do you think that's gonna go,
Well, I think that,
having had one, and,
Water.
I don't know, just
Having the last
question.
levy.
well,
that
but,
we're putting on.
but
while
we
back, they
don't,
wanted to
I
put
don't
3
know where
levies on
else
there.
we're
I
gonna
was
get
like,
money
at one
to
time,
take
it's all
and
that.
repair the roads.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
this
mean, I
budget is so
certainly feel-
tight.
Yeah,
That's what we need, but I don't know that people are gonna
Well, I
bite
think that,
into another.
I think if
Whatever.
they know they're giving up, we're giving up, they're not gonna be charged water and sewer on their taxes. And they're
Yeah.
gonna do this. This
Yeah,
is
they
just
know
like
that.
a 0.5% more than what it was for the water and the sewer.
Yeah.
Or you look at the income tax. Look at the earnings tax, because the Village of Cleves is looking to put a tax on. And I gotta find out, or we're gonna have to find out how that's gonna affect the Village of Addyston with the people that live here and the people that work in Cleves. Who's gonna get their money? Sir Cleves, so, that they are really looking at it, cause the administrator told me they were, and then the gal that is our representative, she told me they're looking at it, so.
yeah. So we need to make our mind up on that, so it can go on the ballot, if we just so decide which way we're going.
The ballot in November,
It's gotta be adopted by council to put it on the ballot. It's gotta be downtown in August,
okay.
so it can be on the November ballot. But unless you guys can come up with some other ways to bring money in, I mean, we really haven't looked at anything to bring money in.
So what are we at?
What? I'm not talking.
Oh, they ain't talking to me.
Okay,
So,
So I mean, if we get rid of water, I don't know.
and sewer.
And I just think, everybody's property
It's just
taxes
something
have
we
went up
should
so
look at,
much.
yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Like ours doubled.
Well, they need to get rid of the school.
They ain't never get rid of the school.
The school takes up the
I know
biggest
they
chunk
do.
of property
so I
tax.
said, look at
The
your property
county
taxes.
takes up the
I think
biggest
Addiston's
part.
not getting it.
The school district that gets it.
Yeah,
If you look at your deed or your property taxes, and it says 10 mil, that's inside millage. The Village of Addiston gets hardly nothing from that. The rest of it goes to your mental health, your parks, your schools, everybody but us.
Library.
Sorry, Pam, I didn't mean to take
Oh, that's
over the
okay.
minutes, but
Yeah, with these Duke bills, I don't know.
You know, then, did our person starting tomorrow for the water?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Today's Monday, yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay. Yeah, cause like you figure with that, once the water, all the water duties are gone, then we have no money coming in to pay those positions like the water, our water, maintenance and that. So that's gonna have to come out of the general fund. So that's all kind of figured in here for the rest of the year, what to do. We've gotta cut back.
Well, I'm gonna make a motion that we, cut back the water maintenance employee to part-time with no benefits, starting on May 1st.
I mean, he's been working part-time.
He's been working part-time anyway.
I'll second.
Motion by Kathy, seconded by Al to make the water maintenance part-time by what date?
May 1st.
May 1st. Is there any discussions?
Yes.
Okay.
I just feel like we at least need to have some discussion on these things and not just say, arbitrarily say we're gonna cut this guy.
We've been discussing this for almost, 6 months, 6 or 7 months now.
Maybe. I don't know. I hadn't been discussing him getting.
We had that big
I haven't
powwow
been
here.
in those discussions, but that's my take. I just think I just feel like there should be some sort of discussion before we just come to council and throw a motion on the floor. That's just what I think. Thank you for discussion.
Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Nay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Nay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
4 yeas, motion carried.
So with that, we're gonna have to figure out hours or whatever, unless it's gonna just be,
See, that's what I'm talking about.
well, we've got a
We
month.
need to,
We have a month.
we
We
need
have a
to
month.
do all that stuff and have it out here on the table and not as a afterthought after we vote.
Why wouldn't you
That's
just
what
make
I
it the
think.
same as the other part-time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
on
right.
there or whatever.
So I mean, the discussion has to be had, so make it the same.
What are his hours?
8 to
Part-time
2.
maintenance.
8 to 2.
8 to 2.
Do you have anything else?
No, I think that should do me. I'm done.
They gotta pass this ordinance.
Yeah. And there is an ordinance too, but I don't have anything further than this. So now I can go back to the solicitor.
What's the ordinance?
On the ordinance that we had for the budget.
Council, you do have an ordinance sitting in front of you.
It's an ordinance.
We'll just take that back to you. Depending on what they want to do with this.
Gotta get it downtown.
Yeah.
What'd you say the date was for that deadline?
Well, Kim O'Connor emailed everybody 2 weeks ago and said they'd like for everybody to try to have their budgets to them tomorrow on the 17th. But we really have until the 31st, March 31st at 4 p.m. The only thing about that is that then that the budget committee, they'll have to pick another date to meet too, the county budget committee, because that's who this goes to.
Okay.
Well, I'll make
I
a
mean-
motion for the ordinance to read it by title only 3 times and declare an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Kathy Byess. Any discussion?
This is the appropriations.
Yeah, this is for the appropriations.
Nay. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have any discussion now.
Okay. Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Nay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Okay.
Auel Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay. This is an ordinance to make appropriations for the current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Addyston, Ohio during the calendar year ending December 31, 2026. Second reading. An ordinance to make appropriations for the current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Addyston, Ohio during the calendar year ending December 31, 2026. Third reading. An ordinance to make appropriations for the current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Addyston, Ohio during the calendar year ending December 31, 2026.
I'll make a motion to adopt as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Kathy Byess. Is there any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Nay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow, Auel Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
4 yeas, motion's carried. This will be number 1 because we haven't had any before tonight.
Good job. Resolutions when we need them.
Now the sheriff's turn.
We're
Do
not
you have
used to
anything
that.
else? No. Sheriff, did you have a report?
Yes.
Poor God.
I know.
I'm like, I wanna go.
Held you up quite a bit tonight. Sorry about that.
I'm getting paid overtime, so that's why.
Well, you do have a life.
So, I have the report for February. February was not a very busy month for the sheriff's office here. There were 53 incidents that our officers were dispatched to. During that same time period, we had 56 self-initiated runs. We took a total of 5 reports in February in the village, 2 criminal, 1 being a domestic violence and 1 theft report. The non-criminal, there was a medical emergency, a psychological emergency, and 1 dog bite with incomplete information.
Yeah, he said.
We did take 1 auto crash in the village. Earlier, Ms. Jackson, you were talking about a community collection event. I was contacted by Hamilton County asking to organize for a drug take back. I believe that's to be.
Yes, we do invite you.
Okay. So,
You're part of it.
So I will inform them about the change of date and see what we can do to
All right.
get
Thank
that
you.
squared away. Is there any,
I just have one question. So if we find used syringes laying around on the sidewalk, can we contact you guys to pick those up?
yes, our officers can collect them and
Okay.
submit them for destruction.
All right.
How's the lieutenant coming?
He's doing okay.
Good.
He's
Good.
not recovering as fast as he would like. He's getting so crazy.
What do you have done the shoulder?
Yeah.
They said it takes a long time to recover from. Shoulders are bad.
Anyone have any questions or concerns that I can address?
I think they aired that out.
I think we
earlier.
got you earlier.
Yeah, they got you earlier.
Obviously, if there's ever concerns, you know, we're happy to address. If we do have legal authority to address, we're certainly more than able to. If we don't have legal authority to address, we can still approach politely, but when our hands are tied, there's really not a ton we can do other than approach and talk.
Thank you.
If there's
Thank
anything,
you.
Thank you
anything
very
you need
much.
from us, please let me know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Ed, your turn.
And
I just
I'll
have a
give you
few
one
things.
way
What?
First thing is, Danny, I
If you can
just want to
address that.
tell you one thing. On that grant, you said about the $100,000.
Mhm.
That's something new you want to get, right?
No, it's in the works.
it's already been granted.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've got
Well, I
that.
know the work you want to get done. I want to ask your suppliers, like the bottom of the gymnasium, all this stuff. if they would work with you, the loan's guaranteed,
That's fine.
they get the job, add interest on the bill, and when it's done, they give it to Margret, then they'll pay the bill and she gets the money.
Instead of us
So
paying
then,
out.
so you paying out, just let them know up front. Hey, it's 60
Exactly.
days, it might be 3-4 months,
Mhm.
add the interest on it. You can carry us for a while, but the money's coming. And that way you have no money out of your pocket.
Thank you.
That's just something I would have said if I was on the board.
That's the biggest concern.
Second thing is, about the water board thing, the position I was booted off of, that part, I
You
took.
weren't booted
Oh,
off.
I was kidding.
Nope.
Let go, laid off.
None of
The
the
term ended.
So anyway,
Ended
I
term.
took somebody's place, right?
Yeah.
That ran for election.
No,
No,
They
somebody
didn't-
that quit.
They quit. Is that term up yet?
that was up
That was
December
up.
31st.
Okay, did anybody else
Last year.
run for that spot? Did anybody go out and run for that spot?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so that spot still could be opened up to election, right?
No, it can be for election in 2 years, somebody can run for it.
I think there's 2 spots open in 2 years.
Yeah, okay,
And
I didn't know that was so.
Next year, there'll be 2 spots open on the
I just
water
didn't
board.
know that spot had to be filled again, if somebody just didn't run, that's why the mayor had to
no.
pick somebody. Okay, well, then to that.
It did happen.
What?
It got filled with Jennifer.
Excuse me.
We,
I know, but she didn't run, and I was on it, so I don't.
She was appointed, yes.
Speaking of water, you got the situation that this has been for 6-7 months, so what you're coming up across right now.
oh, it's been longer than that.
Well, just when I was on it, I knew this was gonna happen, I don't understand, they gave you $13,000 to put the gauge in up there, it's in, Mike says, I think it's operating now. Just turn it on, go with the city and be done with
They
it. You're
won't
gonna lose your
allow
money
you.
anyway.
We can't just, you can explain.
Cincinnati will not do it.
They will
said
do it, I've talked to
they
people.
will not do it on that, and it's in that proposal,
And
Ed.
it's a.
Give it all to them,
emergency
be
gauge,
done,
yeah.
get the new pipes and everything.
They don't want it all. They can't turn us on if we gave it to them tomorrow.
What are you gonna do, what are you gonna do when the pipes break when they take over? You guys keep saying that, and you're not getting the right people in here to do it. Other people have talked and said there's no problem about getting this done. So I don't know who you're talking to. I have a feeling you don't wanna go. That's what it sounds like, everybody, I mean, we're gonna pay more money for taxes
I don't
or
think
water.
the city
Let's
even
just go
gave
get better
us,
city water.
the city didn't even give us anything about the water, like.
Well, they said that thing I got right here is outdated 2 years, so that's the mayor gave me.
Whatever you have
He called me
there,
back and says they were
you
waiting on
have
you.
it in your email that it's
Yeah.
2025. That is the new one in your email. Whatever that copy was is what she said she threw out. She may have thrown out the old copy. So you may have gotten an old copy. But in your email, you have a new copy of the proposal.
Yeah, well, I don't have an email.
Well, I guess I'll have to forward that to your regular email.
So anyway, I don't understand what, that could have been resolved 6 months ago, but you guys pushed that Cleve stuff. For some reason it was pushed, and it's still not done. You're gonna lose your worker, why don't the pumps all go down? What are we gonna do about that? We're gonna run around looking for somebody to fix it? You just got rid of your help. And Danny, you're right, you just don't axe somebody. I didn't see any of you guys take a cut yet. You wanna cut everybody else? You ought to make a motion right now that council's free to help the community out. That's how much money? $80,000? Everybody can get $300 a month, right?
Okay.
It ain't that much.
How much is it? Somebody has to know. Margaret, how much you make checks out for?
I read it tonight.
I didn't hear it, so I mean, are we scared to tell the people, the public? Well, it's like a secret.
Tell you
Don't
what,
be
tonight
embarrassed.
was
No.
8,300, I think.
200 a month?
30.
300 a month? Fine. I mean, that's, but if you guys really love your community, you might say, you know what, let's give that money up. I hear everybody say, yeah, but you wanna cut a guy's salary and send him home with a family, I don't understand that. Am I wrong?
I've discussed it, so.
I know, I'm just saying. But then we're gonna go back to the streets, that's the biggest thing. You're broke, and I don't think anybody wants to admit it, because we don't know where the money's come from. Your finance committee, how much money did you figure you were gonna bring in this year? I mean, who sat down and said, we get this in, we get this in, and we get this, definitely get these in? I understand when Margaret says across the street, you don't know what you're gonna get over there.
It's all an estimate.
Everything that was put in there for this council to spend is an estimate based on previous year and the previous year before that. There is no way I can sit here and say, we're actually gonna bring in $1 million this
Well,
year.
you know.
They're estimates, and
Estimates.
when they put the budget together,
Yeah.
that's what they estimate they're gonna have to spend.
I understand that part, but you know how much the county's gonna pay you with your tax base. That's permanent, right?
Yes, and that is included in
I know it's
the money
included,
that
but you know that
they
number's
tell us.
solid. That number's a solid number.
Unless it fluctuates, because 2 years ago, when they went through and they did a reevaluation, we did get a little bit more, okay? than
What kind of
we
money
did
is that
then.
we're bringing in just off of that?
Off of the general fund money alone,
Well, no.
we're only bringing in about $87,000 off of the inside millage, as I tried to explain about that. Then for the special, for like the safety protection, that's not even in the general fund.
That's fine.
So we have to take what we get in the property taxes, the little bit that we're gonna get from Rita, we get local government money, this all comes into the pot for general fund.
I know
And as
that.
I said, it's only ends up being like $800 and something thousand. So we don't have a lot of, our property value in Addyston is not what it is in North Bend and Cleves.
You wanna know why?
Everybody is different. Oh, I know
Well,
why.
yeah, and yeah, that's
But,
the
you
key
know.
thing. The first thing you guys spent good time on is getting the houses demolished and cleaning the goddamn village up. That's where you gotta start. Not worry about the damn dance and the
This is
park
5
and the
minutes.
trailer stuff. That's all fine, you got extra money. But right now, that's the key thing you need to work on. You get the values of these houses back up. Get this crap tore down. Ken, when they demolished like some of these properties they're talking about, it's still in escrow or probate. If we tear those down, don't they put a lien on that property, get the money back? The village or whoever would do it? If we hired a contractor to tear that building down, we pay the village. Does the village put a lien on that estate until we get our money back?
We can, this council can do that.
If
Well,
we
okay.
paid the
If we were
money.
paying
If
We,
we
you know, we
paid
haven't
for
been
it.
paying for
But
it.
if you haven't, then it would, whoever does pay for it's fine. At least you got the building down.
Yeah.
Right.
To make it look nice, come down River Road, you see all that crap and all that?
That's
Should
the
be
next
any road.
properties that we wanna get a hold
Any
of.
road. Doesn't matter.
But
if
I think
it's
your
on-
money thing is, I mean, I think each month you're gonna go and you're gonna go, and then 1 month we're gonna just be broke. I mean, I don't know how much the financing laid out. I mean, I know I pay $500 and something a year to the village, and I don't know if that goes to just the general fund part. And I pay money to the township. Does anybody know what that money's for? When we live in Addyston, we pay money to the township?
Gets us a discount on the cemetery plot over there if there's any left.
Is that what that's for?
It's all we see. I don't
That's
know
what
anything
they'll
else it
tell
does.
you.
I think
You have to go to their meeting.
I don't know
Yeah.
if we're getting some kind of service.
I don't
Maybe
think
this
so.
road out here, you know, it's bad.
They
And
don't
give us-
Margaret's telling me,
They don't give us, the township does not pay or do anything in this village that doesn't cost money. We have a safety levy or fire levy that was put on for how it was supposed to work was, we contracted, when our fire department closed down, we contracted with Miami Township for them to do this fire and the squad runs into Addyston. That revenue from that property tax was supposed to have paid Miami Township. Well, years and years went by and nobody looked at the contract. Then last year, this council was hit not only with renewing the contract for the property tax money they got, but they added another $31,000 on it that's gonna have to come out of the general fund because we don't have enough revenue in the property taxes to meet that $61,000 for the township. But we pay for everything the township does. The only thing they give us is a discount on the cemetery plot if you live in Addyston.
back to the fire and police, that levy, Margaret, are they based on that, if this was township, the same, we would pay the same amount for fire no matter what? Are they gouging you extra money?
Well,
Can you prove that? I mean, can we prove that?
we made a request to see what Medco collects for the residents in Addyston that uses that service.
Yeah.
But for some reason, that's not available to us. It's too detailed for them to like go in and pull Addyston out.
Who
We have
sat,
made that
who are
request.
the people on this board, or who sat with the fire levy and made this contract? Who are the people?
Well, honestly, those people
Nobody
are
got it.
deceased. This was just a renewal, more or less, of.
Who just
what
signed the
we had.
contract with them a few years ago to do this? I mean, who sat down and said, when they brought you that extra money, did you guys discuss it, or anybody ask them why this price is this high?
Not that I know of.
See, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
Yes,
because
yes.
they didn't raise it for so many years.
Yeah, yesterday they were here.
They was
Yeah,
They came in and discussed it.
yeah,
We
they
did.
came in
Did
and,
you
yeah,
guys
they
question
did
it?
come in
yes,
and
we did.
discuss it.
Yes,
We
we
was
did.
going by a 205 contract. They felt that every community in the Miami Township had to have their contracts renewed and looked at.
I think everybody's one up, didn't it? Cleves.
Well, I understand if they were lowballing, or if it was, they were losing money on it. I'd just be fair, and whatever I'm gonna charge my lot next to my other houses in Miami Township should be the same as my lot that I live on. So it's no difference. If they did that, then you're being billed fairly. It's just that we've been getting off cheap for years. That's what I wanna know. And I don't know who sat down with them when you did the contract and if they asked any of these questions.
I can't answer that, Ed.
Okay,
I don't have
I'm
an
just
answer.
curious.
I'm sorry.
Is there a way of getting a copy of this budget you guys just made up?
After it's downtown and they approve it, it's gotta go down to the Hamilton County Budget Committee.
So what are they gonna look at? I mean, what are they gonna?
Because they have to make sure that we're in compliance with all the rules for the Hamilton County and the state of Ohio.
They're not worried about if you have enough money to pay for it.
Please?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
They
they
were.
are worried about it. That's,
So what are they gonna say, come back and say, you guys are broke?
well, if I send this down and
You
say,
don't even know what they're
you
gonna
know, when I send this down to them, I'm going by numbers that they've given me and numbers that I have from the last year and the year before that I put these numbers together. That's what they build the budget on. It can't go over those because when it goes down to the county and they look at it, if something's not in compliance, what they feel we have or what we're gonna get, they're gonna kick it back. But I try my hardest to make sure that that doesn't happen.
When you get paid, Margaret, by the county, when they send you a check for all the taxes, is that quarterly or is that
Twice a year.
Twice a year?
When you pay your taxes in January, we may get that in May or we may get that in June. When you
Okay.
pay your taxes in June, we may get that in October, we may get it in December.
So they're not sure when they're gonna send you that check?
Well, every year it sort of fluctuates a little bit different.
So when you get that hunk of money, do we just put that, you got that in the savings account?
That
Or you
goes
put it-
right in the general operating account, and it goes into what it's designated for. Some of it's general fund, some of it is water money, some of it is sewer money, some of it is fire money, and then hopefully this time it'll include something for the public safety that they just passed
What do you
last
mean,
year.
sewer and water money out from the county?
Because there's taxes, they collect the taxes
Oh, they collect the taxes and give it to you?
and send it to us, like every community.
Okay, so that money you have, do you have that in some kind of account that we draw good interest on while it's sitting there?
It's going in the general fund for operating.
I mean,
because
what
we
bank
don't-
you got it in? Do they give,
PNC.
you give an 8%, 9% interest on any of this stuff, on high yields?
We have it in PNC.
Okay, I didn't know if you got to invest some of it for a few months and makes a few $100s off it or not, I just asking.
No.
Okay,
All right, thanks, Ed.
is that my 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, you went
Actually-
past 5.
Actually, it was more like 12.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I just
All right,
second
you
it.
guys are bored.
Who seconded?
And
That's a shame, you're just trying to get these
Motion
answers to you
to,
guys and we gotta wait this
Adjourned
long.
by
and-
Kathy,
we can't get
seconded
nothing.
by
You got
Suzanne.
No, I got nothing.
Dan Pillow,
Any discussion?
No.
Oh, yeah.
wanna make sure I
Well,
say that.
no, you can't hide
Kathy
it.
Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
What?
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Okay.